Hello, Voyagers. I am the last Omnitect, your favorite robot American, and welcome to the next session of Legacy First Flight, our fast and light tale in the world of tomorrow. I hope you're all doing well today. I am very excited, and I'm ready to get to our stream. Apologies for our delay. I have been struggling with allergies, just out of the blue, and I don't know what's caused them. But you know what? I'm here. We're together, and I'm ready to get our game on. So I hope you're all ready for a fun session, because I know I sure as hell am. And I'm just gonna pop into our dashboard here, make sure we're all set. And also make sure that our channel points are correctly aligned, because we use channel points in this stream. So, namely, we're going to have, here we go, at the very bottom, the Medipack. Legacy decrease. That should be good. And finally, we have our alerts box, which we're going to have our legacy alert on. Cool. Alright. Well, with that, I believe we're ready. Hello, Renamel. Algae Suck. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So, without further ado, hello, everybody. We're back. All our cameras are flipping on. Feels good. And it looks like everything is going great. Can we get some initial rolls from everybody? Just fast roll any dice. I don't care which. Let's just get this chat tips out of here. All that nonsense gone. There we go.
That's a fucking start.
Well, hopefully
oh boy, we're gonna get out of the way!
Woo! Okay.
I love how I got a 5 on a D100. That's so bad.
Double on the audio. I know exactly why. That's not you guys. That's me. We're good. We got it. Is that good? Are we good now? Okay. So. Hello, everybody. Let's get back to it. We're back to our Fashion Light Tale in the World of Tomorrow. For those of you who don't know, I'm the last Omnitect, creator of Legacy First Flight, as well as also a bunch of webcomics and art and stuff. I've been working on this TTRPG for about 20 years, and it is a TTRPG set roughly about 400 years in the future, where humanity strides the stars with a bunch of other species, and our players are playing Voyagers, at the moment dealing with a lot of political intrigue. Think of them as specters from Mass Effect, and you're not too far off. And with that, who wants to give a recap about what's been happening broadly? Let's keep it short, and whoever succeeds, I will give an extra experience at the end of the session for everybody, I should say. I'll give everyone an extra experience if I'm satisfied with your summary. How's that?
I know I went to speak to a battle fighter person, and I posed as the media expert of the other one to try and get more information, and it turns out everybody loved the dead guy.
The dead guy, you know, whose death we're investigating.
Yeah, the dead guy. Official name, that's on his birth certificate. If anything, it was destiny. You know, it's like a baker being a baker. So yeah, wait, hold on, I actually do know people's names. So Spearhead is a bit of a prick outside the ring. Vice Grip is very melancholic about Hammertide's death. Hammertide is the dead guy. So yeah, there you go.
All right. Thank you very much.
That's all Louis did. Everyone else probably did other things that were mildly more interesting and important.
You're quickly arguing away that one experience point, Paul.
I don't mind. That's fine. You know what? Being with you guys is all the experience I need. You know.
Aww.
I still want XP at the end, though, Omni.
That is fair. That is fair. So, who else? What else happened at last session?
Literally everyone else has done investigative work, and we're going to pursue the person, you know, linked to who's responsible or might be directly responsible.
That's fair. Okay.
I actually do have a question about what did happen, because I need reminding, because obviously. What did Becky and Zenith do in terms of, like, investigating the computer system?
I mean, Becky used her very attractive trait to get some information out of some morons spending way too much money. And we got a name, and we discovered, you know, obviously a shell company, you know, that's involved right now. It's in the session notes. It's in the session notes.
Cool.
All right. So you guys got a little bit of information. Paul, you did Louis did interviews with all of the potential combatants within the arena and found out whether or not they had any motive to attack Hammertide. And turns out, not really. They were all part of the same company, and it's kind of like someone at the WWE pushing John Cena off of the roof and then being confused as to why like their company's not doing so well. Like, apparently he actually benefited everybody in some way at the company.
Someone mentioned that Paul seems a little quiet in the audio.
Mossy's a little quiet. Paul's a little quiet.
Paul.
Okay, thank you. I will fix that.
People need to hear my voice.
It will never be me being quiet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you tend to peak
My
pretty
voice
high,
will
which is
always
good.
vary far too much.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. This is how you know we're live, folks, because we're constantly adjusting shit on the fly. But what's the Mr. Incredible line? I'm rolling with the punches. I'm processing. I eat lightning and I crap thunder. Like you gotta work with it, make it happen.
No, but you have issues. That's how you know. Mm-hmm.
So, what else has occurred at the end of last session or over the course of last session? Because I believe Amaya did a fair bit of research, and so did Mognir.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stuff. All of this stuff is information that I got. Most of my stuff. See, this is the problem with writing shorthand notes. This right here is the problem. I'm reading all this stuff and I'm trying to link it all together.
Don't forget Midas. You spoke to Midas.
Yes. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so I learned kind of a couple things about the champion who was killed. That he was really a champion of the people. Like, he was really like enamored and respected, especially by people down here at the plank. And then I have, let's see, that he was killed like half a kilo from the bar. And that they don't suspect that it's a planker who killed him. And they were also kind of curious as to like why he was down here in the first place on that particular night. And we found, I spoke to a woman at the bar with my little Long Island iced tea. I was doing my thing over there. And I found out that there were also a couple of other wrestlers or other fighters who were also murdered down here. Also recently. And they were kind of, they were killed, but like in completely different places, completely different ways that they died. But it just happens to be around that time. We found out that so the female fighter who I spoke to, her name is Midas. I do have that. Thank you, Vaughn. But that they had like, it was all performance. It was all like, it wasn't like real. I can't remember the word that what was it?
Kayfabe.
Kayfabe. Yeah, I have that down there. Okay. But I could tell that she was kind of like holding something back. That Hammertide was going to like basically help her like get out of the plank and like go to the upper level, to like the legitimate fighting, if you will, before he died. And that the reason why he was down there was because he was giving her a letter to let her know like, okay, yeah, we're on for, this thing. Let's do it. Let's do this plan thing or whatever. And then that's why he was killed. So she's kind of also feeling like a little bit guilty. Like it was kind of her fault for why he was, killed. And Amaya basically consoled her and was like, hey, don't think that way. Like it's not your fault. Like he made his own decisions, and somebody who had it out for him had it out for him. Don't really think it has anything to do with you per se. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got from there. So, and then I think at that point, that was when Becky came in and did her thing. So yeah, that's what I have for people.
Yeah, we learned that Vantacorp is involved. Resident Security is a front.
Yes. That is the next bit I was going to say, and I believe, Magnir, this is on you, because you did a lot of the digging into Vanticorp and found out what's going on.
Yeah, so after having a look at Hammertide's body, which answered and raised more questions about the actual weapon that killed him, but that's to be dealt with later on. He went to the storage of the records in the drill pit tower and went to investigate initially just the records on Hammertide, but found that one of the floors in the records in the server room was the original Vanticorp level. Finding a lot of the servers destroyed or decommissioned, he found one that had been disconnected from the Prism and the local area network and was being accessed in person secretly. He found documentation that would be used to throw Anazali Mining Company under the bus, as it were, for not being able to protect their assets and their employees, Hammertide and the other participants in Mechfight. It also would have been the documentation needed to force a merger of Resident Security, which we now know is a shell company, and the Anazali Mining Company, to then merge and reform back under the Vanticorp brand, under the original CEO, whose name I cannot remember. No, Carle Ignacio, I think it was.
You nailed it, actually.
Who is an Anazali, who is the lead of Resident Security, but is the original CEO of Vanticorp before it was dissolved.
Yeah, pretty much nailed it. Well done. Well done. I think that easily merits an extra experience for everybody today. So be aware, remind me at the end of the session that, hey, Omni, you owe us more, and come break my knees. I will give it to you.
It's fine. I'm putting it in session notes.
Awesome. All right, then. Well, if that's the case, then let's get to it. So at the end of the last session, everyone had finished or concluded their day's investigations, and pretty much, as I recall, had all agreed to head back to the ship at the end. It's been a long day. Everyone's done a fair bit of digging, and you all have had a chance to sort of meet and exchange your notes about what's occurred over the course of the day. So I'm going to ask very quickly, for the benefit of everyone at the table, is there anything that anyone's withholding from the group? Just being honest. Or is everyone just dumping all their data on the table?
I think I might withhold how I got information, but Louis might just try and recollect the best he could, which is probably no better than what I can do.
Basically just not share the fact that Louis went into full synth mode to get this.
Yeah, basically. I'd be like, yes, I was an absolute detective, especially to Becky. I'd be like, I was Sherlock Holmesian. I used my wit, guile, and panache. Louis would only know those words because of the word of the day toilet paper he's been using lately. Yeah, so I think he'd proper big up how he got it, but the information itself, I think, I think he'd use shorthand and do his best to translate his own language.
Man, these fighters are all so sad. I don't think they could kill anybody.
Yeah. Especially the second one I spoke to, guys, he was depressed as fuck. We need to get him some help. Do we know a therapist? I'm concerned.
Can we get a wellness check on this guy?
Yeah. Jesus. So just check on him after and before a fight, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, Spearhead was definitely the most depressed out of the two. Vice Grip was sad, but Spearhead was Spearhead was in there talking about Rosebud and all the horrible things that happened in his life.
I don't think he's got anyone to talk to. I asked him about his history, and I got all of his lore. It was very sad. I'm meeting his mother on the weekend.
To be fair, I feel like Louis is perfectly positioned for that because he's not super intimidating, so people feel safe with him.
Wow, Becky. Wow.
Ruthless.
I mean, am I wrong?
So
no, but that's not the point.
So you're all in the chamber. You're all inside. I'm presuming the captain's room because it's the only place in the whole ship that can be made completely it can't be listened to. It's an absolute secret location. Unless someone's in the room with you, this information isn't getting out, and it's just you guys. What do you do? What's your plan today?
I think our plan is to entice the murderer to come out of hiding. I think, is that right?
I'm leaving this in character for you all.
Oh, my apologies.
Oh,
Yeah, you're all in the chamber. You all decide. What are you going to do?
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were above table talking. Okay.
Yeah, like, okay, what is
Whatever
our
works
plan?
for you guys, I'm putting you
Hats
in the
on.
room.
Yeah.
it's fine. It's fine. We just need to know so we can be like, right,
Right.
So
character
I
face.
think we can agree that the two fighters had nothing to do with it. I don't know if we thought that to begin with. They're both kind of cool. One needs some tablets. I would hope in this day and age we can get him some. The other one, kind of scary, intimidating, but it's okay. I managed to get past that with, skill.
Are we still wearing the merch?
Yeah, I don't think he would. Oh no, yeah, he would have because he poses as PR. So yeah, he is. Yeah, full on costume trade now. So with all the information we find out, like, does anyone have an idea on how to lure the killer out? It seems like Hammertide isn't the only victim, but Hammertide is the biggest victim. Are they all the victims connected? What do we think?
It
I think-
appears that Hammertide was the main victim because it's the biggest show that Anazali can't protect people.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that the other, I don't know. I still think that it's somehow connected. I just find it kind of weird that you have Hammertide who died, and then you have these two other fighters who are also killed, around the same time. I'm not really sure exactly how they're all linked together quite yet, but
evidence does suggest that they are somehow.
right.
Be they witnessed something, be they were fighting Hammertide while he was down there incognito. There could be various reasons, or just more bodies to push this document through and prove that they can't do their job and they need to be overtaken. For them, it's a business transaction. Blood is blood. Hammertide is just a very large puddle of blood that everybody can see.
Yeah.
And so above table, sorry, Omni, I cannot remember because it's in the notes, but I think was it both Becky and Magnir that learned about Kale?
No, it was just Magnir. Magnir's the only person that learned about Kale.
Becky knows that there is an Anazali in charge of Resident, but you don't know the name, I don't think.
Yeah.
Becky, go beat him up.
Why Becky? Why Becky? I mean, she has combat +5, so maybe.
I don't know. Anazali seem to do very well around you. You seem to they seem to listen to you for some reason.
It's the very attractive.
Right.
Meanwhile, Venus
we
over there,
need-
like, I'm unaffected.
So we
It's
need
like-
to find Ignacio. Are we trying to capture, or are we just eliminating?
Capture and question, because there are likely more parties involved. Otherwise, how would this come off as such a big success? So many people have died at this point.
I think capturing to gain more information would be a good idea.
Yeah.
All right.
I respect the fact that I'm funny. I'm not that funny.
Amaya's just gonna be looking at Louis in his freaking t-shirt and just like, right. right.
Given the circumstances that we're operating under, do we not need to have consideration for how we are going to do this in a way that is not overt?
Too loud.
Covert, not overt. I like it.
Yes, those words are the opposite of each other. That is how that works.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Antonyms, if you will.
Precisely.
Yes, I think that's a good question to figure out. How would we be able to draw them in discreetly?
Could
Well, I can
we
tell you-
let
That's a
some
lot of
rumours
motes to
fly
lose all
that
at
we
once.
already
Good
know who
work.
it is, and we could try and blackmail them, but actually we're just going to capture them and question.
Or we could just hack into his files or do a basic background check and figure out,
I mean, yeah,
This
well,
was-
this is...
Thank you for the sub, MD. I appreciate you.
Woo! Woo! Love you. Zenith, would that be something that you would be able to do? Be able to hack into his systems?
Well, the shortest answer is yes, obviously. But the
I feel like you
more
could do
detailed
a shorter one, if I'm honest. I feel like you're very not aiming high. I like, yeah.
he will gently pat Zenith on the shoulder like, I feel you. I feel you.
There's the narrowed eyes of like, I can't understand if he's joking or not. Like,
Both Louis and Paul get that a lot.
yes, you do. Like, anyway, the short answer is yes. The long answer is it would be better if I could be closer. If I was able to directly link in, that would be easier. But I could do it with some distance still. So it could be done with some subtlety, although I think too complex will be a challenge. But I doubt he would have anything more complex than I could handle.
I'm gonna say Magnier or Becky, do you think either of you could possibly get some sort of, or is there a way you guys think that we can get some sort of schematics of the building? We about to go 007 up in here.
Doesn't she already have schematics that literally Barsoom gave her?
Yes.
That's also, yeah. Okay.
You
I
all
didn't
do
know
have
schematics.
schematics. You all have schematics for the entirety of. I guarantee you by now this has been shared with everyone across the whole group.
Okay.
It wasn't just given to Becky; it was given to your group chat, effectively.
Okay.
You have a full schematic of everything, basically of the entirety of this place. So Latali Bay and its entirety is yours to mess around with.
Okay. So I
Becky,
guess my question.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I guess my question within our party would be like, okay, so we have to find a way then to get into the building, to get close to his computer, so that Zenith can hack into it.
Well, it depends. If I can get line of sight, I can be further away. But if I cannot get line of sight, as long as I'm within 7 or so,
So here's a
I've
thought.
forgotten the units, but 7
Yeah, but
of those, I can still get into it. Omni, query. Hacking. Is hacking, wrestling hacking, all the clever fun shit she does, is that something she could do on the move, or is it something she'd have to sort of stop to do? Could she do it whilst walking, for example?
But you can do it while walking, sure. Basically, it operates just like in combat. In combat, your quick hack actions are basically 3-second intervals. So you can do something within 3 seconds. The big trick is if you want to dedicate like a deeper hack into a more armored and defended system, that might require more time than you can get in 3 seconds. But there's nothing stopping you from doing this while pacing, moving. As long as you're within range, you're good. And your range is line of sight or your AoE.
The thought was, if we decided that, if we don't find what we need on his PC situation, is it something that might be on his person in some form, and could she then do a careful follow down a corridor at enough of a distance to do that, but then hack at the same time? Loki has opinions.
Yes, you would have no problem with that. You're
Okay,
able
cool.
to.
Cool.
You can hack and walk. It's fine. Hacking isn't like you going tappity tap. I'm in. It's you unleashing wave after wave of programs assault on people.
Or DDoSing.
Yeah, basically, you're throwing
Yeah.
pre-made viruses and stuff at people. So you don't need to be sitting there and managing the DOS personally.
So
Okay,
question.
that's fine.
Yeah. So Becky will turn to Amaya and just be like, So you have contact in Gerald's Last Stand. Do you think they would know what bar he would frequent? Because that's an option. We could just catch him when he's off and feel secure.
That's true. I could always inquire and find out.
Maya, do me a favor. Make me a baseline intellect roll. I will let you add your... I believe you have a proficiency in espionage, as well as also... What are your other proficiencies again? Remind me?
I'll tell you in a second once I pull up my sheet. Okay. My proficiencies, you said? Espionage, political affairs, and public investigation.
All three are relevant. Add those in. Feel free to also add savvy onto this, but I know you don't have anything on there. So,
Okay.
your intellect plus 3.
Plus 3. Okay. The D10. Advanced roller. Okay, so that's going to be a D10 plus 3, and my luck die. What's my luck die? I will take my luck die. So 4 plus 3, 7.
7. Okay. This is baseline knowledge to you. Pale is a CEO of a major company within the region, or even a mid-level company. If he arrives at the station, it'll be noted. Like, he'll arrive likely with an entourage on a ship. You could probably just check to see when he's going to show up. And just
Okay.
you could even follow him from, like, literally from the dock. And tail him from there if you guys want it. Your call.
If only you knew how to be sneaky.
Right.
If we need him to stop for like 10-15 minutes, I can probably just strike up a charming conversation with him, like...
I could always
That's an
begin
odd
with
response,
peripheral.
but okay, Amaya?
I just enjoy the idea because Amaya is jelly. She's done that. It's just gone.
It's just, yeah, it's like a jiggly bubbly kind of. I'm gonna say I'm sorry, Louie. It's just that I have a feeling that CEO of a corporation probably would not appreciate the level of conversation and interest that you bring to the table. He would not be able to appreciate you in that capacity as you deserve. So
I might take some damage from that, like...
Emotional damage.
The funniest thing is that she means that in all sincerity too. Like, she's like, actually, like, he's a chatterbox, and CEO guy is not gonna like that whatsoever.
I mean, I have many different faces and stuff, so...
Right.
I'm also going to say,
Right.
I've realised that laugh sound is definitely the sound that you get with a water cooler when you've just poured your drink and you stop and it goes, and it's sort of the air moves. It goes,
Yes.
that.
Yes.
We can get a hold of his schedule. We can either catch him when he is in downtime, knows where he's going, or we could create personas like secretaries, side people that can listen in, do what we need to, and then isolate him.
I think that would be a good idea, Becky.
Likewise, I would be able to do a peripheral investigation of any sort of hackable software whilst walking and whilst doing quiet following. If there is anything more complex, I could let one of you know, and then we can attempt to slow him down so I can do that more thoroughly.
There is possibly a very easy way to find out where he is right now and where he will be. Someone with his level of clearance on Anazali Bay will have every place that he goes logged via the security hub. And they will probably be able to pick him out on cameras and feeds around the entire place to tell us
I do know a
exactly where
robber.
he is.
Omni, what is the likelihood that Zenith can just hack her way into that system?
Oh, supremely easy. In fact, actually, you guys do have access to
I was
it.
gonna say, it's
Magnir
I
accessed it just
I've
earlier
literally
yesterday.
been in the office.
Yeah.
Well, I was
For
going
the
to say,
record,
like, can she access it from, as in, like, from what they've got available to them right now without having to go into other places to do it, is what I mean. So, like, remotely. Yeah.
Long and short, yes. First off, clarification to server windows at the time. This is technically the next day. I'm presuming you all had a night to rest. Amaya, you've had an evening to soak in the water in the tub. Like, everyone's good on that. I'm assuming this is a breakfast conversation.
Yeah.
Becky had a late night working out, can't
Well,
sleep.
sure is
Right.
now.
But, like, practically speaking, the reason I bring this up is because literally Mognir just yesterday accessed those systems and was given administrator keys to do so. So if you just walked over to Mognir's, wrist link, which he mentioned he did this, you could clone those administrative permissions and probably do it again. Unless they've reset the server and changed them, it's the same keys. So, and you can remotely hack into anything
can I have those,
you have
please?
access to. Your ship currently plugged into Latali Bay's computers, but you can absolutely, through the ship, connect in.
Gonna do that.
He'll give the access codes. He doesn't really know what they are, but he knows that having the security access codes and the records ones, they're probably going to be useful.
Yeah, it's essentially a case of as soon as he says, "Oh, why not do it this way?" He's like, "Well, yes, that is more efficient. Yes, may I have those, please? Thank you. Yes." Skip.
Yeah. So then, Amaya would just ask Zenith, like, if you can figure out where he's going to be today, we can set up this plan, get it together to basically tail him, get you close enough to where you can kind of hack into anything personally, either on him or around him that may be of any use. And the rest of us will run
Interference.
Yeah, an interference, if anything.
Excellent. Yes, she's good. Like, right.
Yeah.
Literally, and then computer time. Let's go.
And then Amaya's gonna turn to Becky and be like, "Did you say you knew somebody who's a robber?"
Yeah, the security guy. He gave me, and she'll like pull out like the chip that he last gave her with all the stuff that she asked for.
Okay. Because I'm thinking that if we need to buy time, we're gonna have somebody rob this dude. We're gonna have somebody rob this, like, pickpocket him, if anything. And then that'll be a like little distraction, type of thing. If need be. But for right now, let's just focus on running interference. Is there anything particular that anybody wants to, like, a particular role anybody wants to play during this? Zenith's gonna be busy hacking, so if anything, Zenith can be like, I don't know, a suit type. You look like a secretary, writing notes or something like that, taking notes.
She looks really grossed out by that.
Don't
she
worry.
She just looks at her usual go-to of her long clothes. Like, I usually blend in fine.
Yeah, you can wear that. That's fine. I'm just saying, as far as what you're gonna kind of look like you're doing, you look bookish. It's fine.
I could be like a tourist or a fanboy. I already brought all this stuff, so
a fan. Yeah, you came for the fights. I like that.
But that's okay, Amaya. I don't want you to think that's beyond my scope. Yeah,
no. I think that's exactly in your scope. I think you're going to be the best tourist that anybody has ever seen.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Depending on where he's going and where we catch him, I'll have heals. Those tend to work.
Just heels. No, nothing else. I like heels. What do you want?
I'll look at.
I'm heels and I'm attractive.
Right, exactly. It's like, I fit in everywhere. Yeah. Amaya's gonna look at Mognir and be like, "You gonna be my bodyguard?"
Working as security or something like that is about the only thing that I could do to disappear and blend it, other than literally disappearing.
Okay, great. And
but unless you become incorporeal, the bulk of you is still going to push its way through the crowd and just be very unsettling for those it pushes aside. So,
okay,
that is fair.
All right. So it sounds like, and this is me on the above table, sounds like our fire team has a plan. So we're gonna have first. It sounds like we're going to be turning over to Zenith. See Zenith hack this system and learn where this guy is and where he's going to be. And then our whole party is going to arrange... Sounds almost kind of like a heist-style situation. Like,
Or just stealing a person this time.
yeah, it's a
Right.
shell game, basically, where you're all running interference so that Zenith can hack. Okay. So, Zenith, if that's the case then, it's hacking time.
It's hacking time.
It's
Yay.
hacking time. Oh, let me
Love this.
slightly more. There we go. All right. So, Zenith, you're hacking. So you are going to be hacking technically the space station. You do have permissions, so this will be relatively straightforward for you. However,
Cool.
it is always a good idea to, just in case someone ambushes you or does something else, to be aware of what your options are. So let's bust open your hacking module sheet, which should be up to date. You currently have a D12 intellect die, as well as also it becomes your firmware bonus. This is definitely intrusion. I can't imagine
because we're not in a rushing situation and it's time for her to do this, she's going to be kind of hosting the mouse protocol with everything. So she's going to be doing her sneaky variant all the way through because she's not in a situation where she needs to rush, so she can take the time to be extra cautious.
Okay. If that's the case, it sounds like you're probably going to be using the mouse program as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, on a successful hacking attempt, any results of any rolls made to identify or trace the attacker using this program this round of combat are halved after modifiers. We're not doing this in an initiative order, so this is just going to apply for the duration of your roll as long as you're using that program.
Yep.
So, if that's the case, then you're going to be intellect and your luck die. Add your firmware die, so it's going to be a D12 or a D6 as your attribute, whichever one rolls higher. Remember, they do explode.
Let's see first. That's awful. That's even worse. Okay, cool. So, not a great start with a 3.
All right, you have
fine.
Yep.
Can add the D8 because I'm doing the
your firmware bonus. Yep.
And that's a 6, so that's a 9.
Okay.
Then we look at character sheet things. So I have a +5 to my hacking.
Yep.
14.
So a 14.
And a +2 for espionage, because that is the definition of what you're
doing.
That is
literally what I'm doing. So 16 there.
Yep. And if you'd like, you do have motes to reroll if you choose, but 16 is...
16 feels decent, because at this moment, all she's doing is to look at the security scheduling. She's not doing, like, major deep dives, you know?
Yeah, for sure. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick counter roll. The security systems on board the station are sweeping for anyone who might be falsifying, like, permissions and stuff, so we're just going to do a very simple flat roll. As long as it doesn't explode. It rolled a 9, but you rolled over that. And you did get a success, so mouse goes off. It probably doesn't even recognize you as a foreign intruder. Again, you're using proper permissions, so it's like, oh yeah, someone's accessing the network. Okay. Data you get. So, right off the bat, you find out where Kale is currently staying. Kale, like many of the CEOs who are going to be visiting ostensibly for the upcoming fight, that shit's going to be largely like people who are visiting and staying on the station on their ship. Kale has a yacht that's parked attached to the station. It's not super big. It's big enough for basically 6 people. Like, it's a small private yacht.
He's a rich boy's yacht.
Yeah, barely big enough to have a space fold engine. But, you know, it'll do.
I've labeled it as only small but makes him feel fancy.
Kale gets up. It seems he actually has his itinerary there because the security keeps tabs on people on the station just to make sure nobody, you know, fucking dies. And, you know, making sure they know what their patterns are. So if anything happens, they know where to look.
Works great, by the way. Made sure no one dies. Foolproof.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Only the most important person on the station died very recently. So, first off, wakes up early. Roughly about 9 a.m. local time. He's out the door already with his entourage, which appears to include a secretary, as well as also 2 minders, and 2 unregistered other people. One of them is noted as being a major board member of Resonance, and the other is tagged as simply bodyguard, which is basically all it needs to be. said. So it's Kale, some guy from the board, bodyguard, and secretary, 2 minders is their whole thing. They get up early, they go to breakfast, they actually go into like the proper area of the region. So like when we're in Latali Bay, that area would probably be like, they'd probably be going to the tower. They spend most of their time in the tower. They're really CEO pilled, so they don't really spend much time with the common folk. And when they do go in the common folk, they go in the domes, largely to go to the most ritzy, fancy restaurants. It seems when he does show up in public, he's just throwing money out the window as hard as he can to have like the most over-the-top possible experiences. He's known for wearing a very distinctive suit. It is very similar to that of Horak. In fact, actually seems to be the exact same tailor. So, yeah, given that, and the fact that this is, I'm presuming, pretty early morning for you guys got like 3 hours to get down there if you'd like. He'll be emerging at any point. He goes directly from the yacht straight to the tower, has a couple of early morning meetings, goes out for brunch, stays out there for about an hour and a half, then does more work, comes back out, usually eats a very fancy breakfast. It varies, whatever might be a bigger deal that night. He frequents the opera. Apparently today, he actually is not going to be going out for very long. He's actually only going very briefly to a 5-star local restaurant, and then he will be heading back into the yacht for the remainder of the evening.
Do we want to buy out the restaurant?
You will not be able to afford it. Even as Voyagers, you would not be able to afford it.
No, plus I think that would look really suspicious.
I was going to say, we have the black card from Barsoom.
Okay. I need to write the words feel fancy.
Yeah, but that looks sus.
So,
I think we're trying to be,
restauranting. In this itinerary, which I do feel is very detailed, does he have a favorite table at restaurants like this? Does he get a situation where he's like, I'm the guy who pays enough, I get to sit in this spot? And if so, is that noted anywhere?
As far as the table goes, yes. There is specifically a high roller section of this restaurant. Basically, these tables aren't, it's not like formally high roller because that's like a casino term. But basically, all the tables along the outside wall, there's like this, basically this place used to be this sort of fancy amphitheater used for performances and stuff, and now it's just a ritzy restaurant. And on one side, there's these massive, huge windows that overlook the entirety of the domes and in the distance of the towers. It is like one of the prettiest views in the entirety of Latali Bay, and he always reserves not the most expensive table, but like one of the side ones. So like he's a little bit off to the left of the main area. Let's say table 45. He's at table 45 on the upper terrace. He always has it reserved when he's here, and he goes to this one. He frequents this place roughly at least 3 to 4 times a week.
So actually, if we could just afford to be near enough to this guy, say within 10 clicks of line of sight, that will do. As long as we can get a table there for that, that's all she needs. And he's like, I got the skirt to do that.
I got the skirt for this. The skirt and the heels. There you go. Amaya can look.
Yep.
Amaya can look and see if we can get a table. I'd rather do that if that's
I
fine.
will also go. I think me and Becky could fit in there quite well. I think that would be okay.
Right. I can try to see if I can get us a couple tables.
Becky's going to be like, we need Zenith. We need the hacker. We need to be as low key as possible. I think we're good.
Yeah, okay.
I think Maya's gonna say, I'll try to see if I can book us 2 tables, opposite sides, but close to table 45. So on opposite sides of table 45, close enough so that Zenith and Becky can sit at a table, look like they're having a nice, hangout sesh. And then the 3 of us, I'll point at me, Magnier, and Louie, and say the 3 of us can sit at another table for interference.
Okay. So, not going to make you make a roll for this, because this is literally just you doing the equivalent of going on, like, Uber Eats, or like going on the website, going on Google and looking at Yelp, and just making reservations.
Can do that for our local theater.
However, the hurdle you run into immediately is when
Right.
you're talking about the tables near him. All the tables on the second floor are basically priced for CEOs and major wealthy folks. A single person at a table is 8,000 current per chair.
Maybe just one table, and
The
it's
tier below is 100 current per chair. It's still 100 days' wages. So it's still pricey as hell.
I'll put
But-
two people into a table and use my own money. Apparently, I had that.
That's it. If Zenith was to point out, she has over 20,000 available.
Yeah, me too.
We got
That's
some big
fair.
money
I don't know
here
why.
at the party.
I'm just saying, for every person who's paying, that's 8,000 current out the door. I
That is-
just
So-
want to make that
Okay,
clear.
okay. Or if only someone could access the computer system and adjust their bookings and shit.
You could certainly try.
You'd actually make better criminals than Voyagers. Have you thought about a career change?
Well,
'Cause
likewise,
There's no money in Voyaging, apparently.
So one direction of that is it could just change the system. We could just buy the things. Or if only we knew a CEO who is desperate for us to fix this up, and if we said to him, look, we can't explain this right now, but it's really important that we manage this, could you put some words in? If only there was other ways around this.
If only.
yeah. So let's go. Yeah, I
Do we know
actually
anyone
like
who's
both
good
of
at
those
talking
routes.
to people who could talk to our CEO pal who really wants this resolving in the next week because of urgent things?
Right.
That would
I mean,
be plausible. That would be plausible for you.
What
to
I said
reach
with
out
the
to
black
Vera.
card. That's why I was saying.
Right.
Yes.
We have a black card. Just use the black card.
How much is on the black card? Do we know?
Well, it's a black card, so.
We don't have color-coded credit systems in the UK. We have
Oh,
banks.
right.
That's fair.
Means,
We use
Basically
complicate-
limitless.
I'm sorry we don't use colors and keep it simple.
my bad.
It's basically a use
Don't
it
see
to get
colors.
whatever you want to get around. I feel like I should emphasize that while he did say do basically whatever you want, this does push the edge of what that. This might actually get you a call from him to be like, "Yo,
should
did
probably,
you just
like,
drop
Oh
like?"
yeah, no.
do it.
To my mind, we are letting him know that's what we're doing. This isn't we're saying, look, we're doing this. It is an expense. There is a reason.
Just tell him we really wanted a nice meal.
No.
It's literally like hey, did you just spend 32,000 current on something? You know, the cost of a new mech? I'm just curious, like,
Right. Maybe.
yeah, that is possible. If you want to do that, you could. This is
I would-
exactly what expensive account is.
Yeah, I think we would first talk to said card holder and be like, hey, this
Because
is
he
what we're
might just be able
doing.
to do. He might be able to. He might just himself be able to have a word with restaurants and have a word. What with him being a kind of
maybe he's a
important
CEO.
dude.
Would he
Right.
not have his
Like-
own table?
Right. Give us your reservation table, man. Give us
Yeah.
your table.
Yeah.
Man, it'd be really convenient if it was like 47 or 43, like something like that. That'd be really. I'm just saying, it's an idea.
If you
44.
do want to call Vera, you have.
Yeah,
I will
so
add,
maybe
just
talk.
because it was mentioned by Omni and we didn't pick up that string that he did put down, the tables on the next layer down are far more affordable and are likely still very much close enough for Zenith to do her thing. So just
Okay.
that thought too, guys. So like, we don't have to be next to him. We can be like, she has like her line of sight thing is 10 clicks, and like her proximity one is 7. So we don't have to be in his back pocket.
I am
So-
wondering though if we want at least one table above and one below, specifically because we also want to keep in mind who's around him, and we also want to. We may need to actually physically interfere at some point.
Okay, so we could do both. We could pay for a table below that will be like 200, 300 current, and then we can get the CEO guy we're working for to get us a table next one. Does anyone? I'll call him. Does anyone want to call him? Is that okay? I can do that.
I do have a question for you, Omni.
Yes.
Being that this is a restaurant which caters to this kind of clientele, what is their policy with weapons and guards?
That's an excellent question. So, first off, the JSA has a very simple policy on security. If you're a stockholder, or if you're a member of the board, or you're a leader of a company or a company executive, your security is yours, and who the fuck stops you? The only limitations are basically what's rated within an area. So they're obviously not going to let you have a guy in an avatar walking around through a 5-foot-tall room. But within reason, that's acceptable. Hard suits are widely accepted as like just the standard for bodyguards across the entire place. At very least, combat gear. The way I would recommend to think about it is if you've ever seen the movie Elysium, and you remember how the CEOs just casually have fully armored drones walking around with assault rifles as their bodyguards on Earth, that's basically what CEO security is here. So it's really not surprising to have a fully militarized security force defending you at any point in time in this play. Because, you know, sabotage comes in many forms, including getting shot at. So you arriving there would be reasonable. However, going in your current hard suit would be very noticeable. Not saying that it would be impossible. There are clique who use hard suits all the time, even for security, and this is a clique-run operation. You just might want to get in contact with someone who works for Latali-based security who might be able to help you and get you hooked up with an official, like, you know, at very least not the official armor, but like credentials so that you pass.
Mine is very distinctly private, not corporate.
Precisely. So a little bit of polish on that. Anyone wants to make me an intellect roll? I mean, anybody. The whole table. Yes, Louis.
A suggestion for the group, and if Omni would allow us to. Because obviously people have absolute zero faith in Louis and does not want him to go to a nice restaurant or be happy in any way, Amaya. Could the CEO, who is apparently having a word with the restaurant, get me a job there so that I could be the waiter?
That would be incredibly easy, actually.
Sweet.
If you want to become a member of the wait staff, they hire temps for pretty much all the people here.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
this
it's
is
one of
a
the biggest
capitalist
tropes I
hellscape.
ever see in heist movies, and I hate it because if you tried getting a job, it's really hard.
Yes, it normally is. That is correct. However, this is the most corrupt possible society imaginable with the JSA running it, and this is a business whose territory is owned by a business in space. So the CEO who owns the planet, owns the building, owns the business. So yes, theoretically, he could potentially get you that.
I also had a quick question when everyone else is ready.
No problem, because I'm seeing everybody rolling their test. Don't forget your luck dice. Bonus, you got a 14. Yes.
So in all this research that's been done, do we know if there are any companies that, in general, his company would relatively be interested in acquiring? Because then she could just pose as like a side constituent.
So therein your issue. Resonance Security Solutions is a really small corporation. Like, it is, compared to a lot of like local corporations, it's still big, but you guys have already dealt with a corporation roughly the same size. It's that mercenary company you beat the shit out of in the first sessions you had. Ambercross. Yeah, so they're that small. They really aren't big enough to acquire anything on their own financially. They're kind of just building up their own holding. They're not at that scale where they're buying back their own stock constantly.
Other way around, I meant like if I was someone posing as somebody who wanted to buy their business.
I'm going to be real with you. Given the information you've received, he's not interested in selling, and that would just get you a swift get the fuck out of my table. Like, I'll be real with you. So basically my question is, whoever wanted to...
What are we rolling?
It's just basic intellect.
This is the man who used to sit in Viero's chair. That was literally his office.
Okay.
All right.
By any chance, at his table that he uses, does he have a wonderful view of the Vantacorp logo, which is still down the tower?
He actually does. It's dark, but it is still there. Yeah.
Because they haven't removed it, so he's like, that will soon be light again.
Yep. All right. Everybody who rolled over a 4. The question is, yes. All right. Okay. There is someone that none of you have tapped while you've been here that mentioned he's here. That would be...
Chris.
Yep. Lieutenant Arab, the Soaring Spire, the guy you all met back on the last planet you guys
Hey,
were on.
buddy.
Oh my goodness.
He's here,
Hurrah.
currently running security. This was his next assignment. So,
Bruh.
between Piero, the actual director of the Latali Corporation, and Ara, you guys actually have contacts both in the administration and security of this place. So, I will say, if you did want to be there in full hard suit mug, Ara has access to an armory. He'd be able to at least modify the plating on your hard suit to match compliance with JSA. At least visually.
Zenith's going to suggest that people who aren't her chat to him. Because I don't think they had the best leaving off of interaction.
Lieutenant was like, we were buddies. We were getting along great. I liked
The
him.
best of buddies.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Zenith yelled at
Hoffman
him.
didn't have the best of interaction. I literally had a sniper rifle pointed at his head for the whole interaction.
Hilariously, I do think Louis had the best interaction with Ara.
Yeah, I genuinely
So
like
Louis is your point man if you want to get Ara to help
suddenly
you.
we all need Louis. Right. Well. Louis is important. We all need Louis.
Amaya's just
Love
gonna
you.
catch back.
Right. So it sounds like you guys are reaching out to Viero and you're reaching out to Ara.
Yeah.
So, who wants to make which call where?
I'll make it raw. I will prove Louis' worth.
All right. You know what, Louis? Let's have you go first.
All right.
Curious.
How do I call it? Is it like a common thing? Is it a machine in the ship, I assume?
Just use your wrist link.
It's your wrist link.
Yeah,
You have a
I'm
cell
just
phone,
checking that's what it
basically.
is, that's fine.
Yeah, it's your Omni tool. It's your cell phone. You do whatever. So,
Hey, Emra, you won't believe this. I actually have no idea if we told you, but we're on the same planet right now.
there's a brief pause on the other side as your wrist link establishes a link, and then it shows the face of this green Acris that pops up, and it sort of looks at you with a slightly raised eyebrow into the camera. You're shitting me.
I guess share my location.
Holy shit. Well. Well. What can I do for you, Louis?
Well, as much as I would love to sell you a timeshare, I was actually remembering how you said you would help me out if I ever needed anything, and that you would love to have a favor owed to you by some wonderful Voyagers. Maybe.
All right. I'm just gonna ask you right out of the gate. I heard Voyager showed up on this place recently. Is that you?
Plot armor insists that I say yes.
Well, plot insists that I say I'm interested. So, you help me save my life? Why the fuck not? What can I do for you?
Well, obviously, I can't go into too much detail, mostly for your own safety and plausible deniability. But we have a hard suit that needs to blend in with the JSA's vibe, let's say, and aesthetic. And I heard that the best man for the job was busy, so I contacted you.
Always love to be the second fiddle, but yeah, sure, that's fine. I can make that happen. If you'd like, I'm willing to go with as well. It'll give legitimacy if you're trying to make a hard suit, if it's part of a security team to actually have a security leader with.
I look around like, yeah, we all good with that? Yeah. That sounds great. Yeah, sure. Yes. It is Mognia that needs this.
Considering he was the only person I saw last time wearing a hard suit all the time, I presumed it was the clique. Yeah. I'm fine with it. I get it. I pointed a gun at your fire team. I'm taking a wild guess that there's some mixed feelings about it.
Becky will like, because we're in the same room, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Becky leans in and is just like, no hard feelings.
No,
I'm guessing I'm not the weirdest
no
introduction.
hard feelings. Go away. I'm talking. I have one job. Yeah, no, honestly, water under the bridge, oil over the fire, it's absolutely fine. Zero worries on our end. As far as I'm aware, you two get on like a house, not on fire anymore. There's a lot less mess. There's no rubbish anywhere. Yeah.
If this is the case I think it is, I'm happy to help you crack it. And if it means I need to stand next to that guy, sure. I can be professional. I've stood next to way worse, and at least he seems to be on the up and up. So, yeah, why the hell not?
Wonderful. You are a lifesaver and a true friend and ally and great person. Good job.
I was going to say feelings mutual, and you just kept going on and on and on. So I'll be
Take
real
your
with
snout
you.
out his cloaca and just talk normally.
We'll put my stout where I like. Thank you.
I'm happy to help. Tell him to meet me within an hour. Security Depot 5. We'll get suited up, ready to go. I'll run with him across the station a couple of hours beforehand. Wherever you all are meeting, and I'm guessing you're meeting in the afternoon, evening, let us know time and place. We'll be there. He'll have the legitimacy of having run security with us all day.
Sweet. Yeah, we're meeting at a restaurant. I'll send you the location and maps, direction thing.
In the
That's
time.
Also, thank you. You're great. Best lieutenant ever. I'll get you a mug. I'll see you there.
Then,
Bye-bye.
and the comlink closes.
Am I just slow claps?
Don't patronize me, all of you.
Above
Becky,
table,
be sincere.
there was a part of me that
Zenith
made
does
me
not
want to
clap.
make you have to roll, but you rolled so many amazing social rolls with him when you guys were on the
Yeah.
planet with
Yeah.
him that
Yeah.
legitimately, like, we need to pay this shit off. This is me paying back dividends.
Dividends.
Well done.
Thank you.
Oh, if we're meeting in the evening, we have time in the morning to do other things.
Yeah. Girl, what you
Becky
trying to
will.
do? What are you trying to do?
She'll turn to Amaya, Becky, and be like, "Okay, so are we gonna encourage some fighters?"
What do you have in mind?
Well, you know how Hammertide had the whole Midas thing going on. I think the two main top fighters might want to take up the mantle.
Okay.
Make
Yeah.
him feel a little bit better to get back at his potential killer.
That seems like that could be that could work. That could be a good idea.
Get some good reputation with the planks. We get some good reputation with the LTC. You know.
No, that's a good idea. I like that.
Okay. So it looks like you two are going to be working on that. Who wants to call Viero? Because you still haven't gotten the things. And also, I saw hands there. Lolly, what's up?
Because I know, Bon, you mentioned about the whole, talk of like, company mergers, stuff like that. Would that be an option? And that obviously isn't a good avenue of breaking the ice and having an in with the guy. Zenith maybe could have a bit of a look, bit of a research, bit of a look and see if there is anything that could be this could be a line of conversation that Becky could use as I'm this person, I'm someone from this company, or I am involved with this. Anything like that, just in case.
Fashioning a persona.
Do you guys then want to Zenith and Becky work on that, and then Maya can call Vera? Who wants to call Vera? Who wants to speak?
Well, I was going to say, put it this way, either Zenith will happily do that as well, or I know that Mogni, you chatted very well with him. Like, you guys got on very well. further.
There is a mutuality between clicks, yes.
Mm.
Okay. Would you be comfortable calling Vero Magnir?
Of course I can.
Okay.
Look at us all doing things, teamwork and stuff.
Yay!
Increasing our chances of success.
I'm so proud of you all above table. Word of God. God looks in. Look at those little guys go.
Fair. I feel like this is the first day that none of us have been super in pain or like otherwise like I had migraines and other people have been like just not feeling well.
We
I
are
love it.
actually all here and locked in. It's good.
Yes.
All right. So Magnir's going to call Viero, and it sounds like Maya, Becky, and also Zenith are all going to be doing research into your would-be CEO, the asshole. You're looking into Kale, basically. All right. Shall we do the call then?
I also just realized I'm so sorry that I have to make this reference, but have any of you watched Megan?
The robot? The robot girl?
I think so.
Yes.
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 Yeah. Okay. So Amaya, you'll get this, but well, maybe you won't. It's the second movie, but like they literally analyze this rich guy's like personality. Oh, he likes aggression. Be aggressive. It's really funny.
Yes, I like that. I like the concept.
Yeah, you guys are basically building a personality profile of him. So, all right. So 3 of us folks are going to be building a personality profile. Magnir?
Based on my current notes, I think you'll find he likes to feel fancy.
There you go. Fancy.
Yep,
I've
he
written
likes
it like
to feel
9
important.
So Magnir, you're going to make that call then, I'm guessing?
Yes.
All right. So, as you send out the message, seconds go by, then Viero's face pops onto the screen. Yes, what can I do for you?
He will. The entirety of the conversation Mogner has will be in Clickish.
Okay.
Just
The second you drop into it, his voice range actually jumps back up to normal. So normally talks like this, and now he's actually talking like this because it's actually middle tongue, and he's not putting it on for the.
that's also part of the reason why he switched to this whole conversation being in Clickish. Because, like, okay, let's get past this bullshit. We have a very good idea as to who maybe has orchestrated a lot of your issues recently.
Oh? Who's the dead man?
Do you remember Ignacio?
Kalo. No. I know exactly who they're talking about. Been pain in my carapace for years. Basically since Latali took over.
I would assume you have heard of the name Resonance Security.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's running now. They do a little bit of security around the station. Mostly small stuff. They're not even really big enough to factor into larger board meetings. They're technically contractors.
There's more movement than you think going on behind doors with him. But that's not exactly why I'm calling.
Right?
We
Why are you
are planning to do a confrontation at this location, and he will give the restaurant's name.
Ooh. Beef Wellington's good there. They can puree it and put it on the platter for you. That's really good.
That's part of the reason why I'm calling you. I assume you have a regular reservation here, or are able to acquire access for a couple of us to attend the upper areas.
I do have a table there. Tends to be, it's a little bit off to the right. Table 32. Has a good view. It's decent. I tend not to use it very much because, how do I put it this way? I've cultivated an image of someone who needs to go in front of people and speak. And if I go to the fanciest restaurant, damn station, nearly every week, kind of kills that pretty quickly. But
That's
I do occasionally let members of my board and team go there in my stead. So, yeah, my table is good for you. Getting you a second table up there would be harder, though. And just be aware, if you use my table, people will know that you're associated with Latali Bay. It's not a discreet thing. Most of those tables up there are kind of not really rented, but everyone knows who sits where. Quickly. Bottom floor, no problem.
I assumed that the tables are more like chairs in a board meeting. Everyone knows their place.
Yeah. There's a reason why the table right in front of the window is always empty. That's Horax. You should be there within the next 2 days, actually.
Interesting.
But
I
yeah,
haven't had the pleasure to meet him yet, so I shall have to rectify that.
I think you'll like him. He's pragmatic. So, you have my table, no problem. Also, I'm guessing you're gonna want more than one. As you mentioned, you said a couple tables. I could pull strings to get you a second table up top, but be aware if you do, whoever sits there is gonna be immediately red flagged as new wealthy people. Good reason there. Bottom floor, no one cares. Tourists go there. So I can get you as many tables down there as you like, as long as you can fill them.
While he's having this conversation, he will send a message, a typed message to the rest of the group. One table secure. Second might be difficult. Do we want two?
No.
No, we can do 1-to-1. She'll send that back.
One table should be fine.
You got it.
Paul, you
I'll make
muted, lovely.
reservations.
Now, one table is 2 seats, I assume.
Yes. Yeah. To give you one other bit of information that you will be aware of. I personally will be with one of your security leads. I will
Makes
be
sense.
spending most of my day with Lieutenant Arar to legitimize my appearance and my presence more, as I am rather unique, even amongst our kind.
I was gonna say, you would stick out as a sore thumb into your usual hard suit, and I didn't see you as a tuxedo man. So, yeah, that tracks. Alright. Sounds good. Arar gets shit done. And, you all had your encounter before on that other world. What I've heard from him, little I've heard, didn't go too bad. So, glad you're able to work together. Anything else I can do for you?
That was mainly it, keeping you in the loop. Not that many things happen here that you aren't already in the loop with, but we were brought here by yourself.
I appreciate it. And I appreciate the heads up, too. I can only imagine the nightmare that would have been if you guys just used that card to buy actual seats. Word. So, I do have one thing to give you advice on. If you're going to confront Kale, be aware. Might be a small fry, metaphorically speaking, but he's still, as far as we can tell at the moment, running a legitimate business, doing business here on Latali Bay. I, personally, cannot give you permission to arrest or detain him. However, can't stop you from talking to him. And if you do attempt to arrest or detain him using union law, just be aware, we're not in the union yet. So, gonna take your chances with that.
We are aware of this, and I will send you something for you to look over that no one else, other than possibly Kale, knows exists. And these are the only copies of it. As that 5th floor of servers is not as destroyed as you'd want it to be. and he will ping him the documentation for the merger and takeover.
You can see as you say that, like, his paddle hands kind of like have been steepling this whole time. You hear just like a little sound as like they crack a little bit. Oh, is he now? Well, that's annoyingly expected and on brand for him. Fucking parasite. Remember the way I told you that I was wanting this done quickly? That's why. Every day he doesn't, every day we don't have this killer, makes it harder to justify my position to the board. And it makes it harder for me to use what tools I have to get it done. Every day it just looks like a bigger bill. No results. So, yeah. Did you send these files like you actually sent them to him?
Yes.
He's looking at them. So that little prick is one of the old Vanta board. That doesn't surprise me. Probably some like mid-level CEO or something got passed over when it got dissolved. Figures. Whatever. Fuck that guy. So, yeah. Whatever it takes to bring him down, I'm game. More you can do without my money, without my immediate influence, that works for me. Still can't justify arresting him, but, well, let's just say if your investigation becomes lethal, I'm not going to complain too much.
Or if someone becomes disruptive within your area, not only we would have to be able to stop them, the general security of Fatali Bay will become paramount and priority.
All due respect, I agree. Do me a favor. If that happens, get it on camera. Somewhere in public. Just to make sure there's no question if necessary. I don't need more controversy.
That is understood.
Enjoy your dinner.
Hopefully, you can now put things in place to protect yourself, being forewarned of this.
Me and Horak are going to have an interesting conversation later.
My apologies. Do I need his permission to get a job there, or can I do that without him?
You don't need the permission for the job. That is the thing.
Hey, Magda, could you ask if I can get a job, please?
As a cover sense, not literally, he's not being fired from the fire team.
I mean, I might quit. I might fire me. Who knows? Incompetence.
How well do you know the owner of that restaurant?
Restaurant exists because I extended its lease. So, pretty well. Your friend wants a job? For sure we can find another room for a busboy that evening.
It will cost you a lot less than a second table.
That's
All
what
right.
you think. I want a
All right.
decent salary.
He will then come, he will switch out of Clickish. Thank you for your help with this.
And he'll switch back out of Clickish himself. Of course, always a pleasure to help a fellow Click do what needs to be done around Latali Bay. Thank you, as always, for your investment and time, Voyager. Pleasure to work with you.
And we'll cut feed.
Camera feed cuts off. For the record, Louis, the second that call ends, you immediately get message request on your wrist link. And it just comes up with, literally, fill this out, and it's a job application. So...
Guys, I think we might need a different plan. I cannot be bothered to fill out another one, please.
Becky will take it from him and just like fill it out real quick.
Yeah.
Like, yep,
Please
NA.
Amaya will just send the picture of the plan to everyone. And you can just see that there's Becky and Zenith at their table, their fancy table. There's the target. There's Louis. Look at that. Look, Louis in there too.
It needs a tail. It needs a tail.
Okay. And then we've got Amaya chilling down here at the bottom by herself. Lonely girl vibes. Sad girl. and then we've got Ra. Look, and Magnir right here. Boom. Chilling.
You know what the funny thing is? I figured I'll mention this. The tables are big enough to seat like potentially 4. So like Amaya, you could be with the crew on top.
No. Amaya's drawing the map now. She's staying down there, I think.
No, Amaya's with us now. Back with us. I will add, like, as much like
girl dinner.
Just to add, this is technically currently an info gathering mission, just by the way.
Right.
Because I know that he's obviously said, like, if we don't have... Bear in mind, Zenith will have heard that and understood all of it because she knows Clickish. It's fine.
Yep.
So from her perspective, it's kind of thing of like, well, we're gathering this information. We may well, from that, have cause to arrest him anyway. So hopefully that will give us something to go on anyway. So we won't need to resort to other...
Yeah, we'll just say he resisted arrest, like your average cop.
God damn!
Yes, but at least we can have grounds to try the arresting, because if we don't have grounds to arrest, it's really hard to argue that.
Oh, God. Oh,
theoretically.
But yes, Wagner is absolutely aware Zenith would have understood the entirety of the conversation.
What are you doing?
Maya has made changes to the plan. She has moved herself to the 2nd floor, but she moved everybody to the 2nd floor. Ra's going
because now we have our security.
Magnir's going to the 2nd floor. Everybody's going to be on the 2nd floor.
Louis counts on the 2nd floor too, since Louis is going to be busting tables up there.
That's right.
I love how. And I'm not. Louis isn't going to take offense to this. There's 4 seats.
Yeah, but you've got your application. We've put that in play now.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'll do this.
Oh, so you might actually
be. You said you wanted to work. Otherwise, she could come to the table.
Hey guys, I've got a plan. Right, we'll all go to a restaurant. You 3 have a wonderful meal. Louis, you're at work today?
You'd already said you wanted
just going to stand over there and look scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Magnir standing
there. To be fair, we might actually
ladies, you deserve a nice treat. It's fine.
Okay, so I'm going to rapid fire the rest of y'all's day here. Just really quick with some simple skill tests. First off, Magnir, you go first. I want you to make me, and I'm just going to say, make me an awareness roll. Awareness or social. Your call.
No.
Okay, I figured awareness is the one you're gonna go. Okay.
14 total.
Nice. 11 plus 3. So, meet up with Ara, and your day primarily goes pretty fucking smoothly. There's a brief awkwardness at the very beginning of the meeting, where Ara and you just have like this silent kind of like, I don't want to say stare down, but like definitely this kind of like looking at each other. Ara goes, "Oh, want a hand with that?" Gestures at your hard suit.
I need to blend in a little bit more.
I will say your suit's cool. And he'll walk past you, and he'll open a container, and inside is a bunch of Clickish armor. It's all hard suit grade. And feels like covering the Mona Lisa up with wrapping paper, but sure, let me get...
The Mona Lisa stands out far too much when I need to not.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, and he's gonna start like putting the plates on top to help you cover up. Let's go make some things right? And by the time you're done, your Clicker Scout hard suit now up to JSA standard, and it is now a very obnoxiously shiny, slightly boxy white with blue glow on it, blue glowing accents. But it is now blending in neatly, and your day on patrol goes smoothly.
I just realised, because it's a scout suit and then they're putting like extra armor onto it. Does it kind of look like a click and a siege suit at this point? Because it's like extra fucking bulkier than it was.
It is at this point now a battle hard suit in terms of like,
because it would definitely go up a stage from the scout.
Yeah, basically they had to put on the external plating. The good news is the external plating carries its own weight, and it's technically just for show. If combat actually were to initiate, your hard suit would eject it pretty much immediately. So you would still be functional, but your You're basically you're doing the equivalent of like a kid at Halloween wearing a box costume. I think gonna shrug off. It's that. But you go through the rest of the day, and honestly, Ra seems a little nicer now that he's not carrying a chip on his shoulder, and seems happy to work with you guys. Louis, you're gonna make me an awareness check now.
So,
or
Louis,
subterfuge, one of the two.
If I may request what Louis can do until restaurant meeting,
Hmm?
would like to learn enough about business and investment to get by as a passing conversation.
Sure. Absolutely. If that's the case, then that'll be research.
I am also going to send you a private DM on me for something he would like to do, but not let his allies know.
Oh.
So,
all
am I
right.
right? Rolling research, yeah?
This sounds scary. Like it.
R for research. Intelligence. Well, I should have just rolled for the observation, shouldn't I? Shut the fuck up. Come on. Do good. Okay. 7 altogether.
Okay. I just replied to your
You
DM.
did?
Just want you to know.
I liked the thumbs up you did to the camera.
Thumbs up. So, Louis, you managed to get by knowing a little bit of basics. At this point, like, in terms of business, you learn the following 3 things, and this is what you're going to have to carry through as going through. So, thank you, by the way, Denver. Just going through with it. You learn that 1, the JSA basically operates as a bunch
Friendly
of
pilot on
like.
exterior.
Thank you. Let's go. We gotta follow. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Demper. Appreciate you.
Thank
So,
you, Demper.
going into it, you're basically, when you get into the JSA acts like a very loose kind of collection of businesses helping each other out. So it has a lot more in common with a mafia. They don't like call it that. They like to call it collaborative business. 1. For 2, they are absolutely all of them engaging in what we would call speculative investment, because every one of them owns the companies that they're investing in, and they each know what the other is doing. By union law, they can't do that within a union territory. However, they're out of union territory, all their holdings are out of union territory, and all the currency they're accruing is local Evanti currency, which will eventually be translated. So until the union shows up, stock market is a great place to go make literally infinite money. And finally, 3, and the biggest one, is the fact that everything's allowed until somebody notices. That is basically how the JSA operate. Supposed to operate with a degree of respect and a degree of understanding that you don't rock the boat. Don't be the asshole that gets people caught, that makes a good thing go bad. But until then, you can enjoy the good thing. Be discreet about it. And that's basically everything you need to know about the sector. Everything else operates like actual normal finance. So they do technically have finance law. They do technically use stocks. It's a capitalist's wet dream in the jail. And locally, everything is mining. Almost everything is mining and the fights and entertainment. So you have mining, industrial work, travel, which is a big deal, and tourism. Those are your 4 big ones. And now Latali Bay opening up that 5th one with broadcast with Mechfight. So those are your 5 big avenues into the sector. Obviously not counting weapons. Weapons is the infinite money glitch of any sector that isn't established. Great way to get money from everyone by giving everybody guns. Takes a bit of a hurdle to get there, but if you can get there, something. Getting stock in a weapons manufacturing company, probably a good idea. And most of the companies that are local, like security solution companies, like Residence, they sell guns. That's how they make their money in addition to providing services for. They make the mechs and the weapons and the guns, and then they hire the people to do it all for you. So, Finally, good Demper. If I didn't want those alerts, I wouldn't have turned them on. Finally, being a busboy, wouldn't be unreasonable to say that probably part of your cover would be that you would have stock. So you would get a small chunk of stock that you would be investing in, and that's how you would get your start. And then you can trade that as you'd like. So if you're looking for a conversation, it isn't uncommon for folks getting their start to say, like, hey, I have this much stock in this business. I'm willing to trade it for X and use that as a way to get in the ground level of stuff. That's all the research I can give you on that. While you're also learning all of this, you are also having to show up and get through a very brief basic training regime of, like, you know, learning how to be a busser, all that stuff. You're introduced to the kitchen, you're given a uniform, you're told what to do and where to do it. And also, straight up, the head chef says, I got a call from Viero. The reason you're out there is because my boss's boss's boss wants you out here. So we're not going to give you anything too heavy. You're just doing breadsticks and water. Whatever else you do, your business. Don't make my company look bad. You're gold.
Yes, chef.
That's the ticket. Final bit here. And this is for the three of you folks, which actually I think we'll do after we take a brief bio break. It's been a bit. So I'm going to say, let's take 5 minutes. I'm going to time it. 5 minutes for everyone to get a bio break and come back, and we will get Amaya, Becky, and Zenith's research going. And to all of you amazing folks out there, I'm not going anywhere. We will be right back with more Legacy First Flight. So, everybody hang in tight and have a good time.
Would the research actually interfere with her going to the fighters to encourage them to take on what Hammertide was going to do to just leave the doors open for Midas to join?
You probably want to handle that at the end of today.
Okay.
So, like, that'll probably be something you'll do after this little side thing. Excellent. You guys are good, and you're good, Demper. Thank you so much for the follow, and a huge thank you, by the way, to everyone who's currently out there who's been following and subscribing. You guys are all incredible. I genuinely appreciate all of you. It means the world to have all of you folks. Really, it does. Likewise, I just wanted to take a brief little moment to also say a huge thank you to my amazing patrons. If you folks are interested in the tabletop role-playing game I'm making, then you might be interested in the fact that Legacy First Flight is a game I've been working on for 20 years, and that I'm looking to try to get it published within this year or early next. I'm going to be taking next month off of most things, except for running this stream probably, to literally just grind that out. And if you're interested in seeing news about it or learning more about it as I'm doing that, you might want to pop onto my Patreon. Even if you're not subscribing, even followers get access to my weekly schedule. They have access to my entire run of webcomics. I have 2 webcomics I've done. One, Brothers, A Tale of Treachery and Doom, is currently on a permanent hiatus until I figure out how to rewrite it. But Gentry Delon Ain't No Fascist, my anti-fascist Helldivers 2 webcomic, is going bi-weekly. It is currently on a 1-month hiatus. It'll be returning at the beginning of next month and drops every 2 weeks. So please feel free to go give those a watch. Sorry, Demper, I messed up my words. It sounds really wrong. It's good to have you all in us. Yeah, no. It's good to have you with us. With us. There's a W at the beginning of that. But yeah, if you guys are interested, please feel free to jump in. You guys are incredible. If you're actually folks supporting, you guys get credits in my webcomics, as well as also my TTRPG products. You become producers, and you actually get a producer's credit. So, as a huge thank you, at Tier 1, Ampersand, JJ Cray, and Jenna, thank you so very much. I appreciate you. At Tier 2, Necronomius and Souls Rolls, thank you folks for your constant support, two of my longest running supporters. And then finally, at Tier 3, Mossy the Mighty and Heinrich the Heroic. You guys really keep the roof over my heads, and I appreciate you immensely. I just want to be clear with you all, everything I'm doing here is funded entirely by the Patreon. I do not have a full-time job. This is my full-time job, being a creative, and every little bit counts. So thank you guys so much. But yeah. So I've been really enjoying having this. I've been really enjoying running this game. I'm not gonna lie. The past couple days have been very chaotic for me, and my god, I needed this. So what are all of you up to? How are all you feeling out there in radio land, internet land? How you all be? How's your day? Are you all enjoying yourselves? Are you having a pleasant day? Because if I stepped outside, it would get to like, I think we're in the 80s here in White River. It's like 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which is pretty high. Admiring my fabulous hair. Why, thank you. I've let it down today. You all can't see it, but I do have very long flowing hair. Hold on. Will it work? Will the camera work? No, it won't. It's in use. Son of a gun. You'll have to wait. I'm sorry. I was like, maybe I can make the camera. No. The camera's in use elsewhere. But yes, I have let my long flowing hair down today. Also, a huge thank you again to Demper. I appreciate you. MD, thank you for the resubscription. I genuinely appreciate having you on board. And of course, Mossy, thank you for spending 30 bits. I appreciate you. Everything helps. Everything helps. All right, I'm going to take... It looks like we're all good. Looks like we're all popping back in.
Except for JJ.
Except for JJ? Cool. That's good for me. I feel fine with that. I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
You sure you don't want to try?
I'm debating. Yep, that would be MD. MD is one of the longest running supporters on my channel. Hold on. Yep. You're good.
Can the others even hear us?
No, they can't actually. Hold on. There we go. So now they'll be able to hear everyone properly. Yes, MD is one of the longest folks who's been subscribed to my channel. 62 months. MD has been subscribing to me since I was a Titanfall 2 player back in the day. This channel is literally... God. I think we're at 7 years now? Like, at least 7-8 years? More or less? Because it's basically 3 years plus my current relationship. So I think it's 8 years that we've been running. And MD's been there since the beginning. He's one of the first folks that I found. So, absolutely flabbergasted. My supporters are some of the best. Genuinely. Oh, you're sweet.
And I'm here too.
Oh, Mossy, you're way more than just here. You're amazing.
As your character level fixed one, and yes, the movie as well.
Yeah, damn right. Yeah.
I'm lucky I have such amazing players, genuinely, and such amazing friends, and this community is wonderful. I have been asked several... Go ahead.
I will admit I had a small moment early on in the plan thinking, is Louis going to try and, like, busboy in this fucking restaurant in the neck?
I have a new mech, thank you very much. I don't think I have the stats for it in a minute, but I've got a new mech.
You do have a new mech, and I apologize for the stats thing. I had not expected several dozen minor crises these past few weeks.
No, it's fine. His name is Mechasaurus, so...
That is true. I actually don't know. Have I finished Mechasaurus' character sheet? Let me take a look. If I have...
Observe, if you will, whilst you're searching for that, Darcy, looking into the middle distance of sadness. Is it the worst ever, girl? The side eye she is giving me is just like... Don't talk to me!
How dare you? How dare you?
Oh, girl! I know.
I'm gonna make a copy of this, actually. Hey, Louis, guess what?
Hmm.
Guess who does have the stats for Mechasaurus?
Is it you?
I do! The art isn't fully complete, but it's good enough to update at this point. So I can put this on.
I'm gonna be so angry when I see your good enough art, aren't I?
Say every time before stream, and he's like, "Oh no, it's not done." And I'm like, "You're fine."
Just do it to my standard. It'll be so much quicker.
Ow. I don't know how to tell you this, but I am an illustrator, and as a rule of being an illustrator, it means you're not allowed to ever give yourself credit or compliments. That's just the way that's the way it goes, which is, by the way, wrong. Don't do that. If you're an artist out there, please love yourself. I just know I struggle personally.
The other thing is, Paul, he already arts at a stupidly quick pace. Do you really want to make him quicker?
No, it's already terrifyingly... Like, dude, save talent for the rest of us sometimes.
No, you guys don't understand.
Lines, masterpiece. Fuck.
You guys don't understand.
Yes.
If I don't hold myself to an impossible standard, how will I ever grow?
Shut up.
I'm joking.
That's what I say to
obviously.
you.
Yes, absolutely well earned. Well earned. By the way, here, art page. For those of you guys who are curious, this is Mechasaurus, currently broadcasting so everyone can see it. So yeah, actually, kind of turned out pretty decently so far. I'm still working out some details. It's okay. It has passed muster as far as I'm concerned. So
First, I thought you said mustard, like Colonel Mustard.
no, it has passed muster, as in the baseline expectation. So Louis, Mechasaurus is currently updated. I believe its stats are actually correct, and its loadout is actually correct, including your beam saber, which has been equipped to the mech as well.
You're muted.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
No problem. All right, it looks like everybody's ready to go. So if that's the case,
Dempa, since there was English mustard, duh.
Goddamn.
Just because we have to have an opposition to French mustard.
Well, obviously.
All right, well, looks like everybody is finally getting their last sit on. So I'm just gonna let everybody know. We are going to be returning to Legacy First Flight. No need to rush. You're good. I'm watching you. Huge thank you, by the way, for everybody. I've seen Taskmaster. No one likes mustard over there. Damn. That's... Ow. Ow. Rough. I can't say anything about mustard myself because I actually have a literal aversion to it. But that's what happens when you're young and someone uses it to make you, you know, get poison out of your body. It goes from being a condiment to being the most traumatic experience of your young adult life. So, that said, I'm a big fan of good sauces. So give me a good roux. All right, it looks like everyone's sitting. Everyone's good. So if that's the case, then I believe I can get a thumbs up from my whole crew. Make sure everyone's good. Hell yeah, that's a full squad. We are ready to get back into stream. 3, 2, 1, and welcome back, everybody, to Legacy First Flight. As the Mechasaurus page is still open, but why not? I enjoy it. I think it turned out okay. Look at our boy. He's got his grabby hands. All right, goes for the brown sauce. I'll take the brown sauce. It's pretty good. So, without further ado, let us return to our research. I believe we had a little bit of digging we had to do, if that is correct.
Indeed.
Okay. Hold on.
Just standard D20?
There we go. So this is going to be a standard research roll for you guys. You folks are going to be doing a... if you guys want to give me arguments, I'll take public investigation. I will take espionage. Any other suggestions for what they might want to use for their test? As for those of you who are new to the system, Legacy First Flight uses skills, which are referred to as, of course, the second I put myself on the actual spot, my brain instantly turns off. So disciplines are the equivalent of skills. Those are usually something you can sort of negotiate with, but they're usually what the GM will tell you to roll. Proficiencies, on the other hand, are things the players can haggle to improve their rolls if they'd like.
Can I argue strategy?
Strategy, you said?
Yeah, because particularly it's what to focus on and where to go. Because I feel like as a millennial, like I feel like our generation specifically, we tend to know where to go to find what we need about people. Like, oh, your Facebook page. Yep, I know exactly where to go.
You know, strategy is... That's interesting. Usually I would use that. Let's see what type of strategy you have specifically.
Could you also argue, you could also argue strategy from the other direction of we are using this to strategize our approach
plan,
to this guy.
I
am... But like, you know.
Oh, in terms of the skill, okay, no, I will not accept strategy. Strategy is specifically coordinating military forces. You wouldn't, and also you're only getting one discipline. Research is a discipline. So, and strategy is also a discipline. And also, Becky, your research is way better than your strategy.
I have 0 in my research.
Really? Oh, I think I know exactly what's happened. Still the old stat block, son of... No wonder. I was looking, you have a +4. What are you talking about? No, that's actually someone else. I should have known when I saw botany as a proficiency. What happens when the files get saved over? Okay, so thank you. I love actually being next to my player so I can look at their stat sheet properly. Okay, so you've got industrial strategy.
Yeah, I have nothing in terms of proficiencies.
I'm
I'm
willing
an
to give
engineer.
you awareness at a -1. I'm not willing to give you strategy that is specifically coordinating troops. So that is
It's just better to do bare research then, because then that's a d20 with no minus.
Awareness is also intellect.
Oh, so it would be +1 then.
It'd be +1. Yes. I'm not going to provide you with an alternative that sucks worse. I promise you that. I'm not going to undersell you. So, research, you're going to get an awareness check. Everyone else is getting... I pop over.
No.
See?
Yeah, so I got a 12 because I did research, which I have a +1, and then I did espionage and public investigation. So that's +3.
That's a 12.
I got a 17.
Got
Nice.
18. That's pretty spicy. Okay, so 7.
She's like, I know how to look up bros.
Ain't my first time dealing with a self-important asshole. And then finally, we have Zenith.
I'm doing research. Can I argue because I'm doing this via computer and I am willing to look for things that are not publicly available?
I'm willing to hear hacking. I will let you know what will happen if you roll a critical failure. If you roll double 1s, it means the possibility of someone knowing you've done this research.
Well, that's scary.
You can reroll, of course, but I'm just letting you know that there will be some stakes because everyone else here is just like going through publicly available stuff. You're intentionally infiltrating.
I'm looking sneaky shit. Yeah.
Right. I'm on
slightly higher.
Yeah.
But I will accept it as long as you accept that.
I'm gonna risk it. What do you reckon, guys?
Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Yep.
Worse and worse, you can roll most just to make sure it's double 1.
Exactly. That's my thought.
That's the thing. Even if one of them is a 1, doesn't
Okay, you've got
double
6 already.
problem.
Look, die for good bit. It's a 6. Is it 6? 6. Words, things, stuff. I'm using my hacker choice, or do I get a little cheeky D8?
Yes, you do actually, and I'm presuming you're going to use the same exact setup you used last time, which was that you're going to be using mouse, so it'll be harder to track you just in case. Because there will be an attempted, someone will try to like intercept you, whether they'll succeed or not. Okay.
Exactly.
Standard firewall comes after you.
Okay, it's a whole 1, so that's plus 1 to that. Fine. Okay,
All right,
so
so
6 plus 1
7.
plus 5 for hacking.
Yep. So
Plus
that gets
2
you
espionage.
15. Pretty good.
Yeah, I probably can't argue academics. I'm not really doing academic things, so that's, yeah.
Yeah, and our boy isn't a plant, so I'm not going to let you use botany.
I wasn't even going to try. No, never mind. But I mean, I have things to do with Anazali, but not him. I really hope not him.
Like, oh no, the X.
Alright, so let's see. Results of any rolls me to identify or trace an attacker. They're going to see if any hack occurred. Roll. Possibility. Whether it happens. Good news. That was an 11. But result is halved because you used mouse. They didn't meet you. You're good. This is why mouse is important. Hey. So.
Yeah. It's why if I'm not in a fight where there's a master thing on there, I always do it.
It's always a good idea. Even in the middle of a fight, because someone finding out where you are means whether you're cloaked or not, they see you. So.
I mean, if I'm literally like here with them.
Yes, that's true. Life and death, I'm trying to set you on fire more than I'm trying to not be noticed by you.
Yeah.
That's valid. Okay, so let's go down the list, because all of you guys have found some interesting stuff. So we have an awareness check, we have a research check, and we have, at the very bottom, a hacking check. Quite interesting. All right. So, first things first. Let's actually open them up. So, at the moment, Ale Ignacio, Anazali, I'm going to put this out there. I was drawing this earlier today, and I got to tell you, it was the hardest struggle I've ever had to draw an Anazali. I've never drawn such a sauceless Anazali in my life. They are almost always a little more handsome or interesting, and I had to be like, what would the worst possible Anazali be? Here we go. This is the equivalent of a guy who made his Anazali in a Bethesda game, basically. So, Ale Ignacio, now that I'm done burning him for no reason, starting off first things first. If we're talking personality profile, this guy does have a personality, and it's largely not good. He is every bit the spoiled brat you would imagine the CEO would be. So, little details. He became the CEO of Resonance Security Solutions several years ago, roughly around the same time that Vanta Corp collapsed, actually. He's very young for an Anazali, or moderately young for an Anazali. He's only 450 years old. So he hasn't even hit the big 1K yet, which is pretty, like, normal.
He's a child.
Yeah, he's pretty young. By Anazali standards, he's technically an adult, but he's an adult in the way an 18-year-old is an adult for the purposes of going to die for your country but not smoking a drink.
2.5 millennia here, just saying.
Yeah, exactly. Anazali literally lived for millennia, and this guy's not even hit halfway. So he's so he's pretty young. He actually has become a member of Resonance Security Solutions as CEO. He was appointed there, it appears, in a unanimous vote several years ago. He has been that way since. And since his appointment, Resonance Security Solutions has been acquiring more and more contracts, mostly for small stuff, but it seems that for him personally, not talking about him as a CEO, we're talking about him as a person, almost nobody seems to like him. He spends most of his time being belligerent with staff. He has about several hundred complaints about personality and behavior. Most of them are built around the fact that he is very verbally abusive to most of his staff. He is not very kind as a boss generally. He's very... I'm trying my best to not make him sound like Scrooge, but really, at the end of the day, he's very Scroogey.
He's a bully. He's the high school bully that never grew out of it.
Pretty much. And worse than that, he's also very stingy. He's the kind of guy that's very parsimonious, I believe would be the term. Penny pinching. So he's the kind of guy that complains that his staff are taking too many days off while he's off eating at super expensive restaurants that cost literally thousands of days' wages in order to do so. He also is the kind of person that very much wears his wealth on his sleeve. He is known, despite the fact that his company is small, for being a big spender. And at this point, I'm just adding all you guys' stuff together. So, like, I'm going to say at this point, this is where Xena, some of your researchers come in. You're able to hack into him and learn a couple of details. One, he goes to the exact same tailor as Horak does. He didn't just get, like, from the same company. He got the exact same tailor and commissioned him to make an Anazali fitted suit of the exact same kind as the leader of the Joint Syndicate Authority, aka the wealthiest man in the sector.
He actually may have like an inferiority complex.
To say he might have an inferiority complex is like saying gravity might apply occasionally.
Did you see how many times I wrote to feel fancy? I had stopped doing it as I kept writing about him.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah. This guy is absolutely dedicated to aping the imagery of being wealthy. He has built himself around the idea that he is destined to be wealthier. And this isn't a thing that's totally uncommon for you, by the way, just to make that very clear, Zenith. Anazali, as the years go on, get eccentric increasingly in different ways, and they'll often fixate on certain things. You'll get an artist's artist, you'll get an engineer's engineer.
She has never been eccentric or hyper-focused for a century or three.
Never, totally never, absolutely. But yeah, no, it's very common for Anazali over time to sort of hyper-fixate on specific things. If you had to guess what's going through this guy's head, you'd have to guess that this is him going through his wealthy thing. He is obsessed with chasing it. He subscribes to several dozen financial studies and journals, including several stock portfolios. He reads them every day. He maintains a personal secretary because nobody else wants to spend much time with him. And so he needs a secretary to run interference for him in order to get shit done. This is stuff you're all figuring out because literally, we've also found out that the Resonance Board agreed to him being CEO with the understanding that he have secretarial staff to run interference for him because he cannot do it himself with personnel. Finally, last details, besides the fact that his suit is literally the same as Horak's, which is ridiculously expensive. Horak's suit was custom fitted for a Shrike. It is basically a Laird's garb, one of a kind. It costs roughly about 10,000 current for his fit. This guy spent technically 12,000 current. Take the existing template and apply it to an Anazali. Yes, Louis.
The music on your stream is louder than it has ever been in its life.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm reducing the volume. Good? There we go. Hold on. Is it because I have... Oh, it's because desktop audio. That's why. I was wondering why desktop audio was still on. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it.
That might also explain Lolly's echo that she's got.
Yes, it's because we were having desktop audio. Thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. It wouldn't be a live stream if we didn't have live issues.
It's how you know a professional.
Yep, perfect. Appreciate you. So, in addition to all of this, I expect that his suit cost more than Horak's suit because he had to get the same template applied to a totally different body. In case you hadn't noticed, he's kind of a reed thin, generally speaking. A little weedy, as an Anazali goes. No shame. I'm pretty slender myself.
Question.
Yes.
Did we get any clear idea on whether or not he prefers people who dress like him or if he prefers people with actual style?
Truth of the matter is he seems to hobnob around anybody else who is basically more interesting than him. That's the only real way to describe it. This is the guy that likes to sit at the CEO's table to talk with the CEO, so he's seen sitting next to a CEO.
So what I'm hearing is if we look rich and the part enough, that might be enough.
At least for him to tolerate you. That's the other side of it.
Viero's table.
Yeah, that might be enough to get some interest out of him. Furthermore, Also, the yacht he's arrived in is actually a pseudo Anazali yacht. You hear this occasionally, where people will ape Anazali architecture with modern tech. Not the same, but it looks the same, and it costs actually more than pretty much like all of his current stock holdings. So that is an important thing to know. He basically has it on loan. So personality-wise, incredibly mean, sinister, lots of biting words. Generally just a piece of shit, really. I don't think I can say that a million times more, but that's basically what it is.
Fine, I get it. She'll put on the mean girl attitude because that always attracts like attracts like.
Yeah, very much so.
Zenith will definitely lean into her I look professional, I am professional. Also, maybe having on the line of, she's an Anazali, a much older Anazali child. So maybe that might help.
The final detail you would want to know is this. And this is something that you guys would probably, because of the research you did, actually, this would be a matter of public record. Kale, you actually managed to tie him to Vantacorp. But that is because of the simple fact that Kale's father was one of the CEOs of Vantacorp at the time that they sacked the world of Rattan. He was on the ship that got blown up along with the acting board of directors. He is next in line to run the company because his dad and the entire CEO board got destroyed. And when that happened, his father, who was one of the CEOs, had almost all those stock shares immediately go to him, and then they went to his next of kin. So, almost by accident, Kale would have been the next leader of that corporation. Which is
cool.
Just a matter of public record. Like, that's just birth certificate shit. So you managed to find it very quickly, like, maybe that might be part of why he's a little bit butthurt generally and acts like a piece of shit on the regular. So, any other questions you guys want to ask? I'm willing to give you 3 questions, given how good your rolls were. You guys did great.
We already got a beat on his type.
This is me just opening it up because I might not have said everything you need to hear. I want to know what you guys want to know about him. Any other detail?
Does he believe in astrology? My first idea for a question was Omni, are you okay? So I think I upgraded, to be honest. Does he believe in... Okay, so I'll rephrase it. How does he believe in relation to stuff like luck, fate, making your own success?
That's a great question.
Oh, yeah. See, if I rephrase it, Lou's a freaking genius.
He is.
Isn't that always the way?
Smart boy. So, in terms of... Oh, boy. Okay. I guess we'll just be straight about it then. We'll be direct about it. In regards to what he feels about fate and that kind of thing, he believes that he doesn't believe actually in fate whatsoever. Actually, he is a deterministic person. He believes, annoyingly, is the kind of person that believes that hard work can overcome anything, which is very interesting. But also, you've probably met that kind of person before. Yeah, where it's like, yes,
I've earned everything.
Exactly. He believes you get what you get what you deserve. You get what you work for. He believes he's worked really hard for his position, and he's probably due more. So, in terms of fate, the fuck you mean? You get where you get. So, that's that. Any other questions? You got 2 left.
Is he actually does he know Horak, or is he just like a fanboy?
That's a great question.
I have a feeling Horak has higher standards.
Right, because I'm thinking you went to this man's same exact tailor to get the same exact custom suit as him. It's giving fanatic. So I want to know is this like a I'll give you his autograph if you just kidding.
I'll be real with you. I actually don't think that he knows Horak personally.
Right. I just don't feel like it would click.
Yeah, no. You get the feeling that if he does, the distant
Okay.
sort of knowledge. Like,
so more
they might be
fanboy.
aware of each other's existence, or at least Horak is Horak would be aware that he exists.
Because of the Vantacorp shit that went down.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
And
I can actually
he-
show you guys the art.
He's using his tailor. Usually, as somebody who goes to people who have tailors, I totally understand that. Usually, clients are very aware of each other. So,
I am gonna say, because you guys should be aware of it, both rolled so high, I'm willing to give you that little deeper deep. He learned about Horak's tailor because he paid someone off to tell him.
right. Okay.
You know what? I
So-
like this guy. I think he's cool. I would so be this guy. This is the type of CEO I would fucking be.
You want the evil vizier next to you.
So yes,
The Iago.
that is absolutely how he found out. He paid
Okay.
someone off. So he does not know. He's not on a first name basis. He's not on a
Okay.
second name basis. He's not even in the same room.
Okay.
In fact, it's very possible the reason he got the fare he did is actually closer to the window than Viero's is.
Right.
Is because he paid for the privilege.
Yeah. I'm okay. On the one side, he could just be like honestly a fanboy. Or on the other side, he could be like doing everything in his power to like get closer to Horak for like another like a sinister reason. So yeah, I don't like that.
Is it fanboy looking up to, or rival I want to be you?
Yeah.
I want to wear your skin.
Exactly. Is this yeah, I was gonna say,
Right.
is this guy interested as like I want to model myself after him, or is it in a is it in a dollar bill style? I want to model myself on him by putting the lotion on his skin so I can look just like him.
Right.
There's a quote from Sherlock Holmes where he said something along the lines of, "There are two types of fans that I have. Either you'll take me home with you right now, or you want to kill me right now."
Yeah. Exactly.
Really
Okay.
no in between. Okay.
Okay, I can do something with that information. All right.
All right. So, I think there's like one question left if anyone
Yeah.
guys' call.
If
No pressure.
you don't have anything, I would like to use a question, which may come in handy.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that most of the security is a private hired security, who is his bodyguard?
That's an intro.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a great question. That's better than anything I was thinking of. So yes.
So, Paul mentioned that, or you all were told that he's part of a party of 6 while he's here. So, of
Too
which
many.
3 random bodyguards, which are all JSA hard suits. They are working on a private commission. So they're just literally the exact same type of rapid reaction force hard suit you guys have seen all over this place. It's not new to you. Literally the exact same thing. Just in this case, it'll be flying the resonance symbol, which is kind of a little like it's literally like a double diamond with a sword through the middle. And it'd be purple. So they're the exact same kind. All humanoid, what you can tell. But as far as his other 2 guests, besides his secretary who has to roll with him, and the guest has a bodyguard. I guess technically it's 2 security personnel, him, secretary, guest, and his bodyguard. His guest, as I mentioned, you're not going to find much on, but as far as the bodyguard goes, some things must be registered. And among this include rig user. So whoever the bodyguard is, guy's got a rig. And it's rated at, I suppose technically it's a journeyman rig. So it's technically the step up from the apprentice rig that I believe BECKY coined. So be aware, whoever the guy is, he's packing what we would describe as, it isn't technically paracausal, but laterally causal abilities.
Gotta get this
the
guy
ability to
alone,
manipulate space-time in ways that you might find curious. And in terms of what type of rig, you guys don't know that. Just know that it is registered as a journey.
kind of thing that could do the damage to Hammertide's body without there being a mech or a hard suit nearby.
It does make a little bit more sense that someone human-sized did that impact, but you still don't know how it happened.
No.
Okay. I feel like that's the best answer I can give all of you. Okay. Are we on to dinner? I don't think I have swanky dinner music, so I guess I'll just go with I got.
I will say Becky's wearing the mean girl heels that go up, and then like the slit skirt and like the tight top.
So you're absolutely rocking the. You're pushing the very attractive.
I think we should all cosplay next session. I'm just saying. I don't know who. It was a great idea.
I'll never say no to my player Sean if in cosplay.
I think Amaya would do the rich. So I've got like the pearls, the nice white dress with the coat, you know. I'm looking like somebody's rich wife. Yes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A gentle reminder to everybody that, Amaya here actually has the attractive trait. So Oriname can be attractive and striking too.
Yeah. Jiggle,
Jiggly, 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 jiggly.
All right. So we have.
Zenith's definitely going down more of the Andro mask route, but we're thinking very good fitting bottoms, kind of the faux leather snugness.
Yeah.
Some sort of halter going on, back free, on show.
Yes.
Hair pulled right up. We're going down kind of the more heavily professional, but in that side of it.
Yeah.
So the three girls are just going all out. Louis fucking working, and I'm standing looking scary as security.
Yeah, I'm going to be wearing, let me check my notes, my work outfit.
Now,
and he's going to look hot.
Not that anybody knows anything about this, but is Louis going to have any difficulty functioning with Becky looking extra?
100%, yeah, I've already planned to roleplay that, yeah.
Just a thought.
Somebody's dropping some plates, all right?
I mean, technically that sells the bit, to be honest.
Right.
Not that I have a crush on her, obviously. You guys don't even know, so it's fine.
Oh, no way.
No, not
I was going to query if Zenith would wear heels, but I don't. But I think Anazali have digitigrade legs.
No,
anyway,
they're actually one of the only other species in the galaxy that are plantigrade. They absolutely can wear heels.
In which case, yes, she is. Yeah, we're.
Oh yeah.
She often looks very like she stepped out the Matrix anyway, but she's kind of really going for the ditch the coat, but the whole rest of it's there.
Gotcha. So yeah, you're rocking.
So fancy.
You're rocking the full trinity, basically. You have stepped right out of Matrix Revolutions. I'm down with it.
Love it.
All right.
This is great.
And then finally, we will mention Mognir. You and Ara, and I'm going to do my best to set the stage for this because, again, I was not planning on you all going to the dinner, and I'm down with that, so I just don't have a map for you all. Theater of the Mind.
Sorry, we stole.
No, you're good. Players do what players do, and I'm all for it. So, you and Ara are actually on the security level. Now, here's a fun little detail about the way a lot of buildings in the JSA are built. One of the reasons JSA rapid reactionaries are able to react rapidly, because most buildings that are built basically where people normally go, outside of the plank, which is basically just gantryways and industrial shit. Wherever people are, there's usually an understructure, which is for fast transit, an actual normal structure where whatever it is that's meant to be built there is built there, and then an overstructure, entryway system, where security can walk. Think of it as like Disney World. Have you ever heard about the way Disney World is built? They basically have this massive underground tunnel system that you can disappear into a door and just reappear basically anywhere without going nowhere near any of the guests. That's sort of built two ways. you have the folks at the bottom. That's your servers, that's your industrial work, that's your janitorial service, that's all the stuff that has to happen for a business and a society to function. Out of the way of all the pretty tourists in the middle, and security personnel get on a gantry above, so that if rapid reaction needs to happen, all the hard suit has to do is just step over the gantryway and fall onto the floor below. And it works. Well, do you have a commanding view of the entire restaurant from where you are? And hilariously, so do all the other security personnel currently on detail. Which, pretty much at the moment, there's only about, 17 tables in the restaurant at the top floor that are currently occupied. And as a result, you effectively have 18 security details. One for the host, one for the actual, restaurant, and then 17 others for the 17 VIP tables. You and Ara are positioned where you can see the entirety of that floor. In the distance, you can see pretty much everyone else, with one exception. Security guy that you guys were told was going to be there, he's on the floor with the guy, with your VIP and his guest.
By the table, not on the gantry.
And also on top of that, he's not clad in a hard suit. His armor, much more narrow. It looks much slicker, much sleeker. It actually looks like a normal atmosphere suit, but which is a very big, heavy set of cloth over the shoulders, almost like a mantle that flops down and over it. And on his back appears to be some kind of blade, long T handlebar, some kind of double-handed sword, like a great sword, but much neater, cleaner. It does have a helmet on, and the helmet sort of rises to a sharpened point at the front, almost like a horn. I have started art on it. See if I can get access to it. But in the meantime, that's what I got for you, description-wise. He's on the bottom floor with everybody else. Or I should say on the, where the VIPs are. The second level, if that makes sense.
Right. So the asshole has pyramid head in a cloak because of fucking security guard. Cool.
A little taller than a person, too. About 7 foot, give or take. Do know that.
From where I'm looking, can I tell species?
I'm going to say probably not.
Or is it in that middle ground where it could be big human and normal, decent sized synthetic? It's not a Shrike, it's not a Click or a Sylph.
Yep.
It's kind of one of the sort of three in the middle, which is kind of standard humanoid range of sizes. Yes,
you absolutely can tell that they are 100% a humanoid. So that clocks them in as either a wingless Acris, a human, an Anazali, or a synthetic. It has to be one of those four. Shrike could be way the fuck too big. Sylph are literally they're quadrupeds practically. And Oraname are visibly alien in a way that's very distinct. Even an Acris would probably be too far of a reach because they have multiple limbs. So this is probably human, synthetic, or Anazali by the body plan alone. A second. I'm not. By the way. Okay, so art-wise, hopefully that'll get me what I need. this here. And I'm going to drag this over. That. Ah! Okay. So, as you guys are all waiting there, that will have to do. That is more or less what we've got for the bodyguard. Expect better art in the future. Okay. So everyone's currently sitting at their tables, and this guy comes in with his entourage and sits down, I'm going to say within 10 ticks of where you guys are sitting. Or that'd be Amaya, Zenith, Becky. Louis, you are on the second floor, currently bussing empty tables. So you're just like making sure that silverware is properly positioned, all of that. You're wearing a rather nice looking suit. They rented you like a Sylvan tux for this, something pleasant. And also, fun fact, you also will be getting paid for the end of the evening. But like out of everyone else here, you will actually get money. So you're about 25 ticks away, give or take. For those of you who are watching, a tick is roughly about 2 to 3 meters wide. It's basically the height of a person, more or less. So, and finally, at the moment, Magnir, top floor with Ara, you're currently about 25 ticks away. You could be directly over them, wanted to be. Just be aware, like, the gantryways are, like, kind of visible.
I want sight line rather than short distance.
Fair.
Because if shit goes sideways, I need a sight line.
So, the other guest at the table, is the secretary, who is what appears to be an overworked human, and like mid-20s guy, literally has a holographic clipboard, is constantly attending it, even at the table. You notice that there is no silverware set out for him. He is not here to eat, he is here to work. And then finally, the other guest is an Oraname. So...
The same one from Stormdrum?
Roll me an awareness check. Both you and Amaya, I believe, Zenith, you were with the party in Stormdrum, were you? Or did you show up later?
I think later. I don't know if...
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
it was
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you're right. So...
Oh, wait,
if
I
that's-
can roll as well. I was there.
You were absolutely there, yes.
Sorry,
Oh.
awareness, did you say?
Awareness?
Yes, this would be awareness.
Can we do something that isn't intellect? I'd be really excited for that at some point.
All intellect does is make background rolls. It's the only stat that doesn't have much combat use.
Forgot that it was a D6, not a D4.
That is true, yes.
Oh, what
I
about
am going to
exploded?
replace.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, I'll just take that 10.
14.
14 to 10, and the 14 is a critical. And Becky, what did you get?
15 because I'm using my Child of Tomorrow trait.
All y'all get it. All right, so
Nice.
you all immediately get this. Yes, this is the same Oraname that you all saw. Especially you, Amaya, since you actually were the one who sort of like saw them briefly passing. Not very long, but you did see them. So, got the art here correctly. Good, this is the right one. So yes, this is the same guy you saw before. I can't remember. Did you get a name off of him?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, now you know. At this point where he's walking around, his ID is Bren Selleck Das. This is what you can tell, senior board member of the Resonance Security Solutions. And sitting alongside of him, and the bodyguard with the sword is actually the one who's sitting next to Vren. As opposed to, Kale.
Mm-hmm.
They are just yapping up a storm where you are. I will say at this point, Zenith, now you get to roll. And I will say, if you're interested in tuning in as well, up on the top, Magnir, you can make me an awareness roll too.
My
Or if
words.
one of you guys want, you can have an open phone line to Mogner so that he can hear what's going on at the table. Your business.
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
So Mogner can listen in.
Becky's doing the mean girl thing where she looks permanently bored and just like disinterested in everything.
Just when's the breadsticks gonna be here? Yeah.
Right.
Are we getting full Valley Girl? Jesus.
Not that way, because she needs
Wow.
to be. She needs to have an air of like authority. So
I was
it's
gonna
just
say.
Are we
That's
complaining
fair.
about the service? Because, like, I'm just saying.
Okay,
The
I've done.
breadsticks specifically.
I have done food service and customer service long enough where I could, unfortunately, manufacture that person all the way through and have it be a more accurate depiction of a person than any other character I would roll in this game. I will never do it, but I could. I hate
You
that.
could.
Please,
I hate
please
that
don't,
about
as
me.
someone who's also worked in food service. Please don't. I don't need that.
I don't
Again,
need either.
I play this for escapism. I don't play it so that I can have flashbacks.
No, I feel you. I feel you on that. I never will. I will go to my grave before I make that.
Right? Otherwise, I'm going to go after into my customer service voice and just placate you. And be like, yes, I'm so sorry.
Never. So it looks like everybody here has rolled pretty decently. Mogner, because Amaya said they're leaving the signal open for you, I'm going to say you get a further +3 onto this. Artificially have rolled a 12. Plus whatever else you have, because you have your core stats for that.
Buzz awareness is +3, so 15.
Ain't solid. Okay. So the conversation at the table is, for the most part, pretty blasé. Bren asks what the good food, what like the best food to eat here is. Alex says, pate, be the best thing they serve here. Also, you can get like halfway decent porridge. I know your people like that, right? And the Oranami just, yes, I suppose the porridge will have to do. We'll request that then. Preferably curl, if you could. And he's like, yes, of course. And you can see as he's doing this, he's typing this into his wrist link, how orders are actually given here.
Oh? I would just say
Okay.
what we want.
Yep. You think you would, but up here, apparently a lot of them don't want to interact with servers. They do it remotely where they can. The exception is sommeliers. Whenever wine gets involved, someone actually does come to the table. So, conversation largely quiet. Vren sits there mostly in silence. I'm gonna have Ollie make a roll. Oh,
Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't think I like that. Oh, that was.
well, Ollie's dice just exploded.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
impressive. Okay. So, factor it out. All right. So, Ollie's sitting at the table for a little bit of conversation, like, turns around, sees you all sitting at the table, and raises like one of his brows a little bit. Wave. Turns back to the table, specifically waving to the folks at the table. Louis, he does not notice you, and Mogner, he's not looking at you. Specifically looking at the table. He leans forward at the table, and because again you're all peeping in, you can hear this. He says, "Bren, who's the 3 guys over at the Latali table? I don't recognize him."
3 guys? Alright. Wow.
Bren turns around and like a little bit like rotates its head, turns back. I would presume friends of the owner. That'd be my guess.
Wow,
As
he
for
doesn't
him,
even.
Oh, I want to
Probably
do
a good thing,
thing.
Amaya, please.
Yeah.
I want to do a thing, and I have checked with somebody else at the table that I can do it because it's a good idea.
Huh?
I want to get a bottle of relatively expensive wine, like definitely top shelf sort of shit.
Mhm.
Take it over to the ladies' table and say a bottle of wine, relatively loudly enough to be heard by the other table that we're interested in. A bottle of wine, courtesy of Horak.
Wow.
Becky will be like, I'm bored enough. Sure, I'll take a glass.
I pour a little bit purely to Becky. Honestly, I'm not really looking at the other two. I'm sure they're also present. Great. High five.
Catching flies.
Yeah.
Oh God, Louis.
Looking very nice, ladies. Yes, I pour a little bit for Becky and wait patiently.
Okay.
I will say, oh, from Horak, how kind, how sweet of him. I'll have to make sure I tell him thank you, and then I will put my glass out for you to pour, please.
Be like, I'll tell him at our next meeting. I have something scheduled.
Oh, great.
He does always know what I like.
Is no one tasting the wine? I understand that's what you do with the wine. I'm yet to figure out why.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely knows how to do the
Wonderful,
whole
thank you.
shebang as well.
I fill up the glasses and say, another bottle is available if you so wish. Have a wonderful.
I would like everyone involved in this charade make me a subterfuge roll.
Subterfuge.
It is the definition of subterfuge. I will say you get a +2 for situational tools. Literally, Louis, you've gone out of your way to get a job, and you even got a prop. In fact, for the prop, +1, but be aware, level 1s, you will drop the bottle.
Can I persuade you to let me use combat because I have a +5?
For that, no. But I will allow you to use, because I'm being hyper generous, fleet operations. Follow me. The only reason I'm willing to let you use it
like that.
is because of the fact
I also don't
handled delicate machinery before. This isn't your first time handling something you don't want to ever drop. It's more expensive than your contract is.
I thought you were referring to Becky, so I appreciate that.
Talking to you specifically, Louis. Everybody
else.
I
get a +4. It exploded.
Nice.
I rolled a 12 altogether, please.
Oh, good. 12. Becky, you got a...
I'm doing a 15 because one more substitution because that was bad.
That's fair. So those of you who are wondering how these substitutions work, Becky has an ability that lets her roll an intellect roll at the beginning of the session and a number of dice. And that's how many times she gets to replace dice rolls during the course of the game. It's called Child of Tomorrow.
Limited to D4.
Yes. So you have a 14, you said, or 15?
15.
15. We have a... What did you get, Louis, again?
14.
14? Amaya.
So if I use my luck die, it will be a 9.
Okay. A 9.
I'll be the 9.
If you use your other dice higher, because you should do that.
And then Zenith.
Because my brains have stopped working, as is standard, if I've got nothing in subterfuge, what am I rolling? Is it the D4, yeah?
This would be... no, actually. It's your attached attribute, which in this case would be intellect.
Yeah, so it's your intellect and then +2.
Cool. Okay, that's fine. Can I
and also espionage.
I'm being cheeky sneaky here.
Yes, espionage can be added for both you and also, I imagine, Amaya is doing it.
Oh, okay, so then that would be 10 for me. 10. If you're
cool.
Yeah,
I'd like to use a moat, please.
A 2 and a 1 is, in fact, probably the best time to use a moat. Yes.
Yes, yes, it is.
Okay. What out?
How are you dropping the ball?
That's better. Much better.
A fun fact for everyone watching, you can give us a moat.
Oh, nice. Yes, you guys can, if you want out there, use channel points to give the characters moats or to increase the difficulty of the encounter. That includes
you
here.
You can't increase it. That's actually illegal.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
So despite the exploding dice, I'm still going to stick with my other one because that's an 11 out of a D12. So I have 11 plus the 2 you're giving me plus the 2 for espionage. So 15, I forgot to count as I went along. 15. There you go.
15. Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you for everyone holding numbers for me because I can't hold things in my head anymore.
God, that's a mood.
Cool. So everybody here manages to make it look pretty convincing. You've all done a lot of homework to make this stuff happen. And so as you do that, Kali looks, again, you're all still listening, and Kali just sort of, for Vren again, high rollers of some kind. Board members, maybe? I don't know. And Vren could be. Could be other guests. There were visitors to the station recently. One of them could be family, friends. Who knows? There's even Voyagers on the station. Could be them.
No.
No. No.
Definitely not that.
Kale looks next to him, and one of his secretaries just like, how long till the dinner gets here? Roughly 5.2 minutes, sir. All right, good. I'll be right back. Pardon me. Stands up and takes a glass, which is at the moment filled with what appears to be just clear ice water, and just walks over, nursing it, doing the thing that people do with wine, where they swill it around a little bit. Really dumb when you don't have
they
wine
really
in
shouldn't be with wine. That's your brandy, sir.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Don't do it to
Shut up,
you.
Lolly.
I'm judging him, okay?
Right.
Yeah, if he's approaching, Becky will turn to the other two when he's in hearing range and be like, "Oh, look, the entertainment's here."
Oh.
No! Ooh.
She's doing it flirtily.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
As-
I would
as-
laugh at that.
as Kale walks over, ladies, pleasure to meet all of you. I'm impressed to see someone sitting at this table. Usually it's unoccupied, so whoever it is, I'm sure that they're happy to have you here. Welcome to the station. I've not seen any of you here before.
A nice suit.
I thank you. I'm rather pleased with how it turned out. Best tailors in the sector. I might ask, what business brings you here? I'm, by the way, Kale of Resonance Security Solutions.
Above table, before Becky says anything, foot in mouth, would it, like, I don't know if I have to roll like an intellect roll for this, but would it make sense for her if she ends up saying, well, I'm here against my will, overseeing this sorry excuse of an operation to make sure it's ready for a certain someone. I'm sure you know him. Like, would that be believable?
Hold on. Repeat that one more time. Sorry excuse for an operation.
She's trying to make sure that it's ready for a certain someone.
Are you trying to insinuate you're part of whatever plan he's part of?
No. Like,
Okay.
getting it suitable for Horak's visit, because she does have technically a private visit with him scheduled, so she
Okay.
knows when exactly he's coming.
Are you trying to insult him or just let him know that you are?
No insulting this time. It's just literally she's insulting the station. She's like, "This is ridiculous. I don't want to be here."
Gotcha.
Got you. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if I like the tone, but that, as long as that's the insinuation is clear.
Yeah.
No,
Come on,
it's
Becky,
I
come
don't.
on.
Yeah, it's very much like, I'm too rich for this. I know what I'm doing, and this assignment was ridiculous. It doesn't belong to me.
I love it. Okay, yes. If that would make sense.
Yes.
Again, you are lying. Because this is a compounding lie. Ask you to roll subterfuge. A wholly new lie. I will give you a +1 because you are playing into a situation you know is real. Everyone out there who doesn't know how to lie, best way to lie,
A little bit
tell
of
the truth, and then lie about it.
Mhm.
Oh my god!
You double crit and crit on a d20.
Wow.
Okay,
Well,
I
that
feel like if you're getting in trouble for double ones, then this needs something. Like,
This
Come
is
on.
a critical success.
23.
This is by definition critical.
23, yeah. Wow.
23.
Wow.
She's too pretty. I'm telling you, she's too pretty.
That is true. Also, we do need to
24,
factor
because
that.
you tend to have a situational one as well.
Love that.
Yes, that is true. That is. I have to roll. I have to roll a test for him, but I can't imagine. Yeah, no way in hell.
So close.
So
So close.
a 4, multiply that a couple times. We talking. So his orange eyes, like, they're like a really deep orangey kind of, like, eyes open up a little bit. Wait, alright. For Horak.
She'll do the, obviously.
That's, man, impressive. Surprised he doesn't have you sitting at his table. He points behind him to the table in front of the window.
It was my idea. I don't really like sitting that far up.
That's fair. Says, as you see that his table is like right against the glass. Well, if that's the case, then who are your delightful dining companions? My Oralame friend and Pierre from the fleet, of course.
Above table, I'm assuming that we already discussed, like, because you already said, oh, like, I'm someone's rich wife.
Yes. Rich wife vibes.
I'm letting you guys play Clue. Make your own personas here. This is your biz. You want to be Colonel Mustard? It's your jar.
What an odd sentence.
Is there a chance that I can? Okay. I've popped up a name. Is there any way that it's a chance that it could be a name that would kind of mean something in terms of the Anazali? So, like, it's kind of adjacently important enough that she could pretend she's part of, and he wouldn't know, but he would know the surname and be like, "That's a family. But that's a name. That's a
Right, just like Oren's family.
Yeah, exactly. There absolutely are. There are very famous Anazali. It turns out when you live for thousands of years, you can accrue some pretty crazy cred to your name. I would say one name that immediately stands out to you is the name of a family that has actually been involved for a very long time with the fleet. They are actually attached. One, their name you're familiar with from your days back in Fleet Intelligence. They actually served with the Imperial. So that'd be Narino, the family name of Narino. In fact, actually, they're still so involved that one of the Narinos currently a Voyager. You've all met him in the past. So
Yes, I remember.
yeah, so you would be drawing a lineage to Shada Narino, which is like about as high a name drop as you can get, without getting like really too crazy. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, Shada Narino. There you go. Hold on, we get him without the helmet so you guys can actually see what his fucking face is. Not looking at it as a biker, we're looking at him as a person.
It would be amazing if we were just like on the side, come pick us up.
Yeah, so Shada.
Yeah, she's working on the theory of he won't mind if I just quietly do this. He's a Voyager. He will understand the need.
You've probably worked with him actually directly before he became a Voyager, because again, you had your years, and Anazali intelligence security is not that big now. So yeah, you're probably used to like oh yeah, borrow my name when you need to. It's fine. Just don't be my exact name. Yeah. He does have a sister. You're aware of that. Make up a name.
Cool. Yeah, so she's going to as he sort of acknowledges her period from the feet, she's going to look at that and she's going to do, and again, she's peopling like you have never seen her people. Doing the look down, the look up. Ziliana Narino.
Liliana Norino. Very interesting name.
And it's kind of like, yes, I know you know that name.
A storied name indeed. A pleasure to meet you. I'm going to say, again, this is part of your initial lie, so I'm not going to have you. You're not claiming anything too insane, or too much of a reach that would require backing, so you're good. I'm not going to make you roll.
Good.
As for you, my Oraname friend, what about you?
So I think above table, I think that Amaya will probably, since I'm pretending to be somebody's rich wife, I would probably want to be like, okay, so we have Horak. I want to be like the wife of one of like the board members that works with him.
Okay.
Right. That's what I want to be, because I think that'll be good enough to where I can know Horak. Like I know, that's how I know him.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to make a comment about Kale Stew. Or maybe even a barb, if you will. But I don't think it'll be a
Don't call him Kale.
You easily could do that. For the record, the board of directors that Horak works over has roughly about 100 members.
Okay.
And so I'm not going to pretend that I've written all their names down because I have a life.
Yeah.
Whoa, amateur hour over here.
I've only manufactured the entire world civilization, every single character you've interacted
It has
with.
Right.
I haven't done all the art.
names.
But you're right, I haven't done the board of directors. Not enough. Not enough. I'll let you make up a name as you'd like. It'll pass muster. We've already done the research on the board of directors to know which one you.
Can Becky give her like a situational Oh no, you already said special. Never mind.
Yep. Nope. This is on Amaya. They've already done their bit.
Okay.
This would be a whatever name you want. I'm not going to make you make a subterfuge roll on it unless you want to, in which case you can have some outsized influence in this conversation.
No. God, coming up with names is insane for me all the time. I will say,
Jules.
I'll be like, I'm Sarah Carano. My husband works with Horak on the board, and I'm just here accompanying my friends. That's a nice suit you have, by the way. It's very
Right. That's what I said.
very similar to Horak's style.
Docs. Yes. Well, the man knows how to dress, and did a little digging, found out who his tailor was, and turns out they had the template on file. So, quite happy to get it, actually. The only thing that they changed was the piping. It doesn't look too much, does it? Red, I know, doesn't always go.
No, not at all. I think it's rather striking. It's bold. Makes a statement.
It's
Thank
always
you.
it's always good to try and match your clothing to your, and I don't know if it's got a proper name. The fact that the Anazali have kind of the glowy coloration going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually bioluminescence, I guess would be the term.
Yeah, so it's good to the bioluminescence. Because hers being kind of the turquoisey bluey tones.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. It's so very hard for non-Anazali to understand that. I do understand the Oraname have very much a similar circumstance, given your own predilection to glow at night. So I appreciate good taste. Thank you.
As riveting as this is, do you know of anywhere interesting to go after this?
Unfortunately, there are a few diversions here, but unless you're into seeing the metal boxes beat each other to death, not too much to do. There's a couple of halfway decent parks out here, but they're mostly the fare of your ordinary folk. I'm here on business, most part.
What do you do for entertainment then?
Me? I go anywhere but here. I hear the mantle is rather nice this time of year. There's a lovely little chateau that I can rent. Lovely. But we're talking about here. I prefer to get lost in my work. I'll be honest. Find it more intriguing than walking around out there. He gestures out the window in the distance, like not in front of the towers, but like there's a couple of domes there, and like one of them is like this really, actually pretty awesome looking water park with a bunch of slides and a bunch of people howling and having a fun time over there. It looks like a blast. He gestures at it and goes, so.
Right? So security is interesting.
Security is lucrative. Everyone out here is trying to kill each other. They just don't say it. So, get good money doing it. Plus, also, it's a great backdoor into weapons development.
Trying to think of like a flirty thing she could say. And it's uncomfortable for me, but I think she could pull it off because she's actually pretty and putting on the pretense.
You're pretty too. Amazing, wonderful, beautiful wife.
Yeah, but not like, oh, I have boobs hanging out right now and I'm intentionally trying to seduce somebody.
It's the challenge of playing charismatic character when you don't feel charismatic because of yeah.
I've always liked a man who can make a woman feel secure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like,
I'm flirty as fuck without tits.
That's what handcuffs are for, Paul.
Goddamn.
That box was hidden when you were moving my house. Don't pretend you know.
Damn.
I just know people, Lolly.
Also, Lolly, I'm going to ask you right now, because I know that this is the goal. Zenith is here to hack.
She is,
Our
yes.
boy right next to the table.
Well,
Are you
yeah.
attempting to hack?
I mean, he's within range of her doing it. Even when he sat down.
True.
I don't feel that it would be safe to do it in front of him. And it's just
That's
not
fair.
necessary. Like, she doesn't need to do that with him stood right there. There's nothing
Right.
that she can gain from that closeness that she can't get when he
This be
sits
an
down again.
opportune time for his food to arrive, which was in 5.2 minutes.
Yeah.
Although
I
I'm
would say
curious
now
if
is about the
0.2
time.
minutes is 1/5 of a minute or 5 minutes 20 seconds. I didn't know how
I
that
believe
worked.
this is the perfect time, actually, for the food to arrive.
Go.
So, Louis, you have been trusted with bringing the food to him.
Fucking
But also
dead.
told by the chef back there, good fucking luck.
Cool.
I'm going to assume that when they order it, I have names associated with a meal. It's not just, hey, I have chicken pot pie. Who's this going to? And everyone forgets, despite the fact they all ordered it about 3 minutes ago. You fucking
They don't even
morons.
have names associated with it. They have places at the table.
Oh,
So you would just
Everybody
go, like,
move!
put your shit on number 1, put it on number 2. They presume, and in fact, they track where the people are relative to each other. So, like, you would literally on your wrist link have like a little diagram showing what goes.
cool. How many meals am I bringing over?
You are bringing over
just
one
two.
for Vren and one for our friend Kale here.
Cool. I'm just gonna put them down. Would I say their names, like in the meal? Like, I don't know how akin it is to actual table service.
So, under normal circumstances, you would. However, Kale is the kind of asshole that specifically ticked off the extra 10% for 0 conversation or interaction. So, you are literally... You can talk with them if you want, but the payment is for drop it and go, please.
Oh, I wish this was a real life thing. I would have made so
There's a
much bank.
Place,
Jesus.
bow, leave.
I am going to show
Pretty
the
much.
wine list, but non-verbally, because I understand that if there's a wine required, I have to be here for that.
Yes. Yeah. So as you bring the food over and set it down, Kale sort of turns up. Oh, excellent. The food's here. Apologies. I don't want to leave my guests waiting. It was a pleasure to meet all of you. I hope I will see you over the next few days.
Yeah, maybe you could make my stay more interesting.
I would love to. He's going to walk back towards the table where you are, Louis, and Vren the whole time has been like looking at you. Do you have any wines, by any chance? On this stock. Excellent. Looks down and eventually goes, I'll have that one, please. Terrier in blue. Let's get the bottle, if I could. Thank you. And the wine he just orders is about 300 current, give or take. And it's literally like a combination of like, it's a really nice red wine, but it's actually not a red wine. It's blue. And it's blue because it's bioluminescent Orname algae. So it actually overpowers the red and glows blue in dark lighting. It's very needlessly ritzy, but it actually has a good flavor to it. So the food that, they both sit down, open their food, and as they do, you see in front of Kale, baked pate, lovely series of like, what appears to be pan-seared potatoes of some kind, and asparagus on the side, nice bread in the middle, and then on the other side, you see the porridge, which actually looks pretty damn good. It's green, but it looks pretty decent, and there's a straw, so that Orname can, because, well, Orname don't really have mouths, they have vents in their neck. So, kind of lets you do a little bit. As the two of them sit down and they begin to converse quietly over the dinner, and I'm going to say now, Zenith, I'm going to hack. Roll me a hacking roll. You know the drill by now.
Give me a time check there on the...
Yep, I'm keeping an eye on it. That's why I'm asking. Okay.
You're muted, Lolly. I don't know if you want us to hear you.
No, it's me being a stress head.
Okay.
Very good.
9 on that. And oh, explosive.
Exploded. Nice.
Gave me
That's
an
your luck
11 out of
die.
that. We like
That's pretty
that.
good.
Yes.
Okay.
So 11. Plus I'm hacking. I'm being a sneaky bean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From my D8. So 11 plus 4.
15.
15, thank you. Plus my hacking, which I've lost, which is a 5, so 20. I mean, espionage, come on. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. I'm going to give you...
Well, I had to check. You are the GM.
You are
so
actually
22.
engaging in spycraft. I would have to be daft to not give you that.
Oh, well. So 22. I think that's all I can be adding then. He's too young to have any Imperial nus, so nothing there.
I'm going to say you do get bonus.
Oh, yay! In which case, that's another +1, so 23. He's not a plant. Fair enough.
He might be a spy. Then he'll be a plant.
Cool. I love how hard this is being looked at. Wow. Okay.
Okay. So, I'm just wondering, can you guys see my dice?
Really, really good.
Yeah.
It is. It's very, very clearly well done.
You mean in roll 20?
Yeah, in roll 20. Can you guys see my roll 20 dice?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
The fact that he rolled a 1.
That one we can,
and a 2.
yes.
Okay.
You can hide it if you want to.
I didn't want to. I was just wondering if I had it hidden or not, because usually it says that it's hidden, which is why I was like, Okay, so. So, Lolly, you own his wrist link. You have rolled literally over 10 times. So, you can make a complete clone of all the files on his wrist link. Bad news. He doesn't keep many on there. It appears as though as if his security team is smarter than he is, and very frequently remove whatever files he has on there, likely on a daily basis or whenever he goes through a security checkpoint. However, he does have a series of messages on there. It's a very brief message chain because, again, it gets wiped every few minutes. But recent one is the following. Literally, I'm just going to more or less read it out what it says. So, first, RS01. Still haven't contained it. RSCEO, as obviously Kale's signature attached to it. Then contain it. What am I paying you for? Pause. It's not that easy. Another response. It is that easy. Or I will find someone who will make it that easy. You made it to be hard to track. I don't care. I made it to be effective. If it can't be secured, strained, it's not effective. Find it. Stop it. I'll be by within 4 hours. Don't waste my time.
Okay, guys, we can let Becky get an extra date in for more stuff.
And that, as you're looking at that, there is one final detail to see as well, which is the last message pops in, and actually it's BSD, and it says, "Don't be so hard on him." And that will end our session today.
Ooh.
So, everybody, well played.
Yay.
I would say that earns you guys at least experience when I factor in the extra you got from earlier. Well done. Just so you folks know, up to 4 is about as high as experience gets from per sessions. Well done, everybody. And we're wrapping up just in time. I want to say a huge thank you to my amazing crew here. Every single one of them are incredible. Can you do me a favor? And we're going to go down the line, and everyone just put your names. Everyone just, there we are. So first we're going to go Magnir. Who are you? Where can they find you if they can find you?
Hi everybody, I'm Moss. You can find me generally anywhere on the internet as Mossy Ent. I don't stream or anything like that. You can find me in various other places, being a goblin to other people and just generally being a pain. I play Blades with Paul, and I'm a big cattle pod mod that keeps Omni in a straight line and drives him up the wall sometimes.
I need it. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Next, we have Becky. Becky, who are you? Where can they find you? What do you do?
I am nowhere, so if you see me, no, that's an impersonator. I don't exist.
Hell yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you so very much. Next, we have, looking at that, we have Louis. Louis, who are you? Where can they find you? What do you do?
Hello there, my name is Paul, aka AmSunday20, and I've been playing Louis. You can find me this Wednesday playing Blades in the Dark with Omni and Moss, along with several other amazing people. You can also find my channel live on Thursday, where Lolly is the GM. And that's pretty much it. You can find me everyone in Blue Sky, kind of on TikTok. Just search AmSunday20, you'll find me somewhere.
And you also have the link right in the chat right now. Please go follow AmD20, amazing friend of the channel and also an awesome player. Thank you so much as always. Next, we have our amazing friend Amaya. Amaya, who are you? What do you do? Where can they find you?
Hi, friends. Hello. I'm JJ. You can find me here every other Saturday, playing this wonderful campaign with my goody friends. Let's see, where else can you find me? You can find me here on Twitch in Reaper97, or you can find me on Blue Sky. I'm really not trying to use X anymore. I'm more going towards Blue Sky. So yeah, you can find me on Blue Sky. JJ Cray over there, and yeah, that's me. Thanks for being here, folks.
Thank you as always, JJ. It's always great to have you. And then finally, Zenith, who are you? Where can they find you?
I am Lolly. You find me at the moment on Thursdays on the Ampersand channel, where I am indeed GMing for my collection of Chaos Gremlins and Homebrew Havoc. And also, you can, if you have a look, you can find my Ko-fi, where if you keep an eye, things are being uploaded to be added to my commissions, including mushlings and massive snails.
If you
Love the snail.
If you're willing to drop
This
your
is
Ko-fi
Stevie.
link, I can't. I don't have it on. I don't have it on hand. I need to get like an actual like link bank for you guys. I'm gonna just throw them all in.
So Omni, are you rating?
I would like to be rating. Yes.
There you go, Ko-fi. There you go.
Fantastic. Go
Just
follow.
You can get a
go-
Kraken.
Throw money at them. They're so damn cute. Please. Hey. Alrighty. As we're looking to
That
raid
is so
out.
cute.
Gerald.
Gerald is riding Stevie into battle.
All right, we're going to be
Well, that
raiding
right.
into. Looks like. Anyone have any recommendations here? Any of my mods? Any recommendations? Now's the time.
Emerald_collective is live. We've got like 21 people. They always shout me out when I raid into them.
They are always a good time.
D20 Deathmatch has 5 people. They're playing D&D. They're nice as well. But after that, it's up to you.
All right, I'll do Emerald Collective. They sound cool. So,
Okay.
as
Yeah.
always, a huge thank you to everyone who followed today. Much love. Thank you, Demper. I appreciate you. MD, thank you for the subscription. As always, it is awesome to have. And a huge thank you, as ever, to all...